Hello everyone, welcome on into the stream. It is Saturday, and what we do on Saturdays usually is we do a little bit of a Kingdom project update here in Wurm Online. And welcome on in, Tuxie. Oh, thank you so much, Du Jensen. 27 months. That is madness, Du Jensen. Thank you so much for all of the support for such. You've been here right from the beginning. Thank you so much. So welcome on in, Tuxie. You said you were just sitting down, wanted to check if I started yet, and the notification popped up. That was very good timing indeed. And hello, Seren. Good to see you. Actually, I need to ask you, Seren, about something, which is that how is the animal ratio doing on your deed? Because it is something. It's a conversation about Kalos. Actually, he was having some issues with getting sick. I know there's a bug going on right now in Wurm where you get the sickness, you get the disease, and then it doesn't want to really go away. But I know from what I've heard, it is somehow related to the animal ratio. Could be, possibly, could be. Hello, Joda and Ayla. Welcome on in, everyone, and of course, everyone there in the background. Now, you might be wondering, why are we looking at this dude's face here? And the reason is because you guys know I've been putting off opening up the horse market here on Melody. I didn't want to start selling horses before, I had enough to have like a good breeding stock. And I'm sort of getting to the point now where I'm getting like 2, 3, 4 speeds, but then they have like the extra good traits. Now, as far as the mares go, I keep those for breeding purposes, but the stallions, I want them to all be pristine. And when I say pristine, what I mean by that is I want them to be just like the speed traits plus spark in its eyes, no other traits. And for the most part, I do have it that way. There are a few colors that seem to be really, really hard to get going. Like the chestnut, the buckskin, and the Appaloosa. So I'm having real problems getting the herds going for those colors. But so I still have some sort of rather kind of crappy horses there. But otherwise, I'm starting to have these 3, 1 and 2 and 3 speeds, 4 speeds that have these extra traits like, a tough bugger and unusually healthy and keen senses and stuff like that. And, instead of just killing them off, I might as well sell them, because when I checked out the different horse markets on the northern Isles markets, on the forums, like all their advertisements, when I started checking the prices and everything, it seems that everyone seems to be selling those types of horses without abandon. I think that's the phrase I'm looking for. So I thought I might as well sell them as well, and start to actually get some money incoming, because I haven't had any money incoming at all. I've just been spending my own silver on the island here. So yeah, the market is now open, guys. I have opened it, and we have. What do we have here so far? We have like a whole bunch of these. It seems like the brown ones are really, really common. Have a whole bunch of brown ones. Have a couple of I almost said palomino. Of course, that is the correct term in real life. You would call that a palomino, but of course in Wurm that's known as gold. Then we've got a black one over there, and then we've got a couple of piebald pintos, and also a white one here, and that's about it. But as more horses start to get going, and I also have hell horses, and I actually had my first 5-speed hell horse born the other day, which was really, really nice. So yeah, it's now open for business, and I put together a forum post about this. Let's just have a look at how that looks. So I set this kind of forum post up here on the merchant ads of the northern Freedom Isles, and most people are like just listing their prices directly into the forum post, but my system is kind of complex, so I actually made like a Google Doc, um, and let me just put this at the correct zoom level, 100% there. So it's a little bit of a long, yeah, the only thing that stresses me about this, or that makes me feel a little bit uncertain about this, is the fact that I have all of this gibberish going on here in the beginning, you know, all of this introductory texts and everything. But I thought it would be kind of cool. I mean, since the island really, really looks ugly, as you can see here, I mean, that's what it looks like from a distance. It looks so ugly. And people, you know, are always commenting when they sail by. I thought it'd be kind of cool to show them through this advertisement, like what the future holds, you know, what it's meant to turn out to be someday. And so, you know, what the purposes of the island, and also like why the horse market is there, is to fund, you know, the land for this project. So then I've got a whole like list here. Well, the most people seem to be like ordering their horses in order of speeds, but I decided to do it the same way as I have it over on Xanadu, where I have everything like clumped into like the colors. And then you can see the speeds, which ones are available under the under each color. I just feel like that's like, if I were to go buying horses, for me, probably more important would be the color, not so much. And then everything else would come after that. But, you know, different people, some people don't care about the colors at all. All they care about is the speed. They're just into the sort of the technical side of the performance. So, and then I've also put a chart here at the bottom that explains the logic behind the pricing. And I think my prices are pretty fair, because I was comparing all of the horse markets, especially once you start to get into the higher prices. I think my 5-speed prices are pretty fair, actually. These are, of course, these prices much, much higher than what we have on the old servers. But, you know, that's the situation. It's just new servers, and people haven't, you know, there's they're not that common yet, so that's why prices would be higher right now. But of course, you know, as time goes by, prices are gonna adjust and go lower, and they will probably end up around the same as what you'll see on the old servers as well. So yeah, and so what are we going to do in today's stream? Well, there's a couple things I would like to finish up here at the horse market, and that is like numbering the stalls. Like, I do have them numbered in that if you mouse over the gates, you can see the number on the gate, yes, but like not very many people are actually going to notice that. I have also numbered the buckets here. Not that people would even notice those buckets. The main reason for the buckets really is that if there's a key that I need to put, you know, that there's not a horse being sold, but I have a key for the gate, I'll just plonk it right into the bucket there. So each and every stall has that bucket. And I'll put the key in there for safekeeping, so I don't get it muddled up with my other keys. But yeah, what I would like to do today is I would like to build a whole bunch of signs that we'll just probably put behind each stall, and that'll be much easier for people to see. And then another thing I want to do is we've been terraforming, and also oh, Kelos is here. What is Kelos? I wonder if Kelos was trying to say something. Let me see. It was actually with Kelos that we have been surface mining and also mining out the zinc vein. Let's just see. Let's see if there's anything they need me for. And they're talking about the animal ratio thing. Yeah, nobody needs me, I don't think. Okay. So another thing is that Kelos here has been so kind to be helping out with the surface mining, and we mined out a zinc vein that had like 9,000 ore in it. And we poofed it the other day. It took us a few days to mine it out. But the thing is that poor Kalos, he's all the way over here from Siren, so he lives on Siren's deed, which is across the water here. And I totally didn't realize that, you know what, he should probably have a bed of some kind where he can sleep. And I just have one bed right now, and I would really like to actually build a little guest house for Kalos or anyone else who is over here helping out. And you can see we've done a lot of surface mining. And actually this zinc vein is now popped, so we can actually remove that sign now. We can just remove that. So yeah, that's a couple of things that we could do today. But before we go forward, let me just check what you guys are saying, and we'll get going with our tasks today. And Seren, you were saying that you might be on the edge of the animal ratio right now, right? Yeah, I'm on the very edge myself as well. I have to keep like, I've had to expand my deed out a couple of times to just have enough tiles for all the horses that I have here. But I still have to probably kill off some of the worst animals, and there might be some of those cows and bisons that I could kill off as well. But that, yeah, the animal ratio thing is quite stressful indeed. And I'm going to, just about to sneeze actually. Let's just give a little, oh man, this is anyone else struggling with being able to select the emotes? Like, I struggle with this all the time. I'm going to sneeze, guys. Man, I had to actually like mute my mic there because I sneezed like many times in a row. It's like, you know, when there's like something tickling somewhere deep within it. Oh man. Can you imagine, like, you know how some people actually have these sneezing issues where they're just like non-stop sneezing? Can you imagine how horrible that would be? But yeah, let me see what else we have here in the chat. Oh, and you might notice I've built a little rendered building here. I wanted to have a spot where I could give access to people who were not in the Alliance without having to give like access to any of the gates. And I thought just doing it through a house might be the best way. Hello there, Papa Sierra, and welcome on into the stream. Okay, and let me finally catch up with what you guys are saying here. Hello, Scarred Vulcan, welcome on in. And Duchan, so you have a hell horse on your deed. It has been branded and belongs to the settlement of Autumn Twilight. Now, Autumn Twilight, wasn't that... let me just check our alliance map. Isn't that the factional fight? Hold on. Factional fight deed. Autumn Twilight. So their hell horse is over at your place, is it? I wonder if they're aware of the Factional Fight Brothers. Hello there, J-Sync. Welcome on into the stream. And Tuxie says, that's a good idea with the city picture. So Tuxie is talking about this. How does it work with permissions when someone buys a horse? So I have like, I have set the permissions, and let me just double check. I should have it set. So I do have it set so that... just like anyone can lead animals here now. Roles, non-citizens may... where is it again? Somewhere here. Here, lead, yes. And I have double-checked all the gates and made sure that they all have locks on them, so it should work just fine. Yeah, so you have to put that setting, Tuxie, yes. Hello, Pnut, welcome on into the stream. And Vergent, hello. And Pnut, you are hoping I plan to stream next week, so Pnut, why especially next week? I will have my Worm Roulette stream on Tuesday, of course. Hello, Sergeant Scully. Hello, how are you? And Seren, you gave Kalos a bedroll, so he might have used it, but guest beds are for sure welcome. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of it earlier on. I really should have set something like that up earlier on. And Pnut says double, oh, because of the double slaying on Melody. Let's just have a look at this. Slaying of the Cyclops is in 7 days. Okay. I have never slayed a Cyclops at like a public slaying. So that would be... Is that like next Saturday then? I guess it is. It might be something we might want to stream the next Saturday. We'll have a look. I'll keep that in mind. Scard says, always sneeze twice in a row. Never more, never less. Yeah, no, Taxi, they cannot lead my... Well, actually, you know what? There is a bug. This is good for everyone to be aware of. So branded horses, they actually can be led so this is kind of like an unwanted thing, and this is good for you to be aware of, okay? So let me tell you a story. So a long time ago, I'd say about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I had somebody tell me that they were able to... I just had like a saddled branded horse just standing on my deed on Xanadu. And somebody let me know that, Cats, I was able to actually lead your branded horse around. And they warned me about it. And I was like, what the actual hell? How could you do that? And the reason for that is because I have the leading permissions on my deed because of the horse market over on Xanadu as well. So then I complained about this to the devs, and their solution was this, which is kind of like a temporary solution. They're probably going to do a better solution at some point. So they added an additional thing to the permissions. So if you go to manage animal, now this only is an issue if you have leading permissions turned on for anyone on your deed, okay? Only in that case. So most of you don't have to worry about this. So they added this deny all column. So now, for instance, if I want to make sure this, like if I were to, let me just unhitch this guy. And I think most people have no idea about this. So let's just say this guy is just standing around here. And now I set the leading permissions today. So this is actually something I'm going to have to keep in mind as well. So if you just have like a branded saddled horse on your deed and you have leading permissions, you have to make sure you go to your animal permissions here and make sure that everyone is deny all. So this is the new like setting they added after this situation came up. So I'm just going to add that. No one can now, except of course myself and anyone else who has been added here. So that's just good to know. And here's the thing, guys. It's not only your own... Well, actually, this is important for everyone. You know why? Because the thing is that you could, let's just say I'm going on a little trip here and I go over to somebody else's deed, and if they happen to have their lead permissions turned on for their deed, somebody... So let's just imagine I've just traveled, you know, to somebody else's deed. Let's say we're going to Antirg's old deed, which is now owned by Viking. So we go over to this deed, and if I were to, you know, maybe there's like a tavern or something, or I just want to look around, so I go and park my horse, right? And then I'm walking around. While I'm here walking around, like exploring things, somebody could just lead the horse away unless I have... If leading permissions are turned on for this deed, unless I had this thing turned on, then they would be able to lead my horse away. Isn't that crazy, guys? So this was like a temporary solution until they make it like a better fix for that. And I should, you know, this was a long time ago when it happened, like a year and a half ago, something like that. I should probably and I wasn't part of the team back then. I was just like a player. But, you know, we're talking about all kinds of things, of course, in the dev chat. And I should bring this up and just remind them that we need a better, you know, a more proper solution to that. Because that's pretty bad. Because I think most people would assume that their branded horses or branded animals in general are 100% safe, but they're not. So let me just see what you guys are saying. And Pnut says there's a dragon slaying in a few hours before that as well. So 2 slayings next Saturday then, right? Hello, Sweet Lake Susie. Good to see you back. Welcome on into the stream. And Tuxie says permissions are too complicated. Yes, they're a little bit wonky, I have to admit. And hello there, Amsterdal. No, you didn't miss hardly anything at all. I've just like chit-chatted so far. I basically just was saying about how I've opened the horse market now. And you know what we should do, guys? We should make our very first advertisement in the trade chat. So let's just do that right away. And I want to make sure nobody else has like advertised horses in the near... Well, that was like about... Well, that was a few minutes ago, but oh well. We're going to put it anyway. I just don't want to put one right after somebody else would have posted it, because it would be kind of, you know... Like, it would feel a little bit overly competitive, and I don't want it to feel that way. But there's our first advertisement here on the trade channel. What was else I gonna say? Oh yes, let's do some shoutouts, because I haven't done shoutouts for a while. So I'm just gonna list a few streamers here you guys might want to go and check out. So of course, Seren is a lovely member of our alliance, and she has a lovely, calm, soothing, adventurous stream, so you can check her out at that address. And then of course there is, let me see who else we have here. We have of course Drogos and Tuxie. Let me just get your guys URL here as well. Drogos and Tuxie, who are always hanging out here on my stream, which is so lovely, because they're just the nicest couple ever. And they stream together, and I don't know, have you guys been streaming very much lately, guys? Because well, to be honest, I haven't been following Twitch streams very much lately, so maybe I've just missed them, but I'm not sure if you guys have been streaming much lately, but hopefully. And let me see, is there anyone else I missed? Let's see. Not right now, but others might pop in later on. And hello, Metsa. Yes, I am on Melody. That is right. So I'm here. I am right here on the left-hand side, Shimmering Sands Citadel. Yes, Ayla, permissions are a pain. Hello, Angry Moose. Not horses, but oversized ponies. And Dujan says, speaking of permissions, I can't lead the hell horse of factional fight, right? So it's just sort of standing and stuck on your deed, is it? Well, I'll definitely let the factional fight brothers know. They do usually log on in the evenings here. Let me just see. I should probably, let me just put this, you know what I should have, guys, is I should have some kind of little thing. I know what I'll do. I need to have a little thingamajig if I want to check private messages. So we're just going to put the Wurm logo down here, and I'll just have it like temporarily there as I check. Like I'll put my chat here behind that. if I receive, now that I have the market open, you see, I might start to get a lot of these private messages. So I'm just going to check that quickly. Somebody did just send a private message, and let's just see if it's relating to the So, oh, it's about the horse race. Yeah. So somebody was sending me. Have you guys heard about this? There's going to be a horse race over on Cadence. And when is this going to be? This is going to be November 29th. So that's tomorrow, guys. There's a horse race tomorrow on Cadence. And let me just give you guys this address here. So that might be interesting. Of course, tomorrow is the factional fight stream, so I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow, but I might just go and check out this horse race, because that seems pretty fun. So let me just thank that person. Okay. Okie dokie. Now, so what are we going to do here? We are going to, you know what I should probably do? Let me see if I can get the settings turned off here for the private message, so you guys don't have to be like, huh? Did I get a private message? UI, no, sound, PM alerts. Let's just turn that off for the duration of the stream. So we have to get to work making some signs for these stalls here. So let's just, I have some large and small signs. Let me just see which one looks better. And there's, of course, yeah, let's see which one looks better. Oh, you know what I need, guys? You know what I need? I don't have like a shop sign, you know, the little hanging one with the horsey picture. We absolutely need to make one of those. Oh my goodness. How did I forget about the horsey sign? Completely forgot about that. Okay, so let's first of all, let's start with the stall signs, and let's just see about which one looks better. So I'm just going to grab one of these, and then I think we have a small one already in my inventory, don't we? We do. I also need a drink. So Tuxie, you guys have been on a bit of a break from streaming for the moment due to crazy work times, but hopefully back soon. Ah, okay. Well, in a way, I'm kind of glad that I haven't missed out then. And Metza, you should climb up the East Mountain and get a picture of my place. Yeah, I think, so if you're talking about these mountains, actually Seren climbed up there and she took some screenshots. It looks pretty epic from up there. And Amsadal is also talking about the Lunalong. That's right, the Lunalong is coming soon. You're still trying to see if you can go or not yourself, right? Hello, Raybarg. Good to see you. It has been a while. How have you been, Raybarg? Raybarg is an old friend from the Ultima Online days. Now, let's see which one works better here. So that's what a large sign would look like. And is this guy trying to escape? You know how they changed it at some point? They, I guess it's part of when they keep on like adjusting things for when the animals seem to be crowding into corners. But they didn't used to sort of overlap with the with the gates like that, or with the fences like that. And then after they did some kind of fix, oh, I don't know, about a year ago, they started like, no, actually it's 2 years ago. 2 years ago, then the animals would start to like pop through the fences like that. And I don't know. Of course, if it means that we don't get the crowding into the corners, I can live with that. So which one do I like more? I think I prefer the small sign, to be quite honest, because this one is a little bit too intrusive. So, and you know what, guys? Just thinking to myself, I haven't tried painting these fences or signs after for a while. I'm just trying to think of a way to get a similar color, and I guess I could try painting. I could try making a dye. Yeah, let's just one thing at a time. I always get distracted. So we're just going to make a whole bunch of small signs, and actually before we start making them, let me just count how many I already have, because I do have quite a few that I've just had like laying around for the surface mining purposes, and it looks like Saf is really hungry, so let's just get her some food as well. Just chomp on some of those horse meals. Yes, I do use Granger, Tuxie. It's a lifesaver. How do I deal with duplicate horse names? Well, you can edit I actually have it open right here. You can edit. Oh, now I remember what I think you can still edit it as well. But what I have done over on Xanadu when I had that, I haven't had the issue yet here on the new servers, but when it has happened over on the old servers, I simply branded the horse and I gave it some additional identifiers. So for instance, you know, these ones, they have, I've just added the M2 speed. This one has M because this doesn't have any speeds at all, but if you just have the horse branded and then you, in the permissions, you give it an additional name, then I think, if I remember correctly, Granger will see it as a unique name from the other ones. Let's just chomp down some more food here. And Dujens was suggesting the same thing. Yeah, like Ju Jensen was saying, delete the first, the old, like it's better to like when you do a rename with after branding it, delete them just from the duplicates from Granger and then re-add them again. It just makes it a bit more simple. Hello, Eloquent. How are you doing? It has been a long time. How have you been? And that is a very cute little emoji you have there. Now, let's go around. By the way, Eloquent, you know what? I have been watching, oh man, like, because I know you're from Australia, right? I have been watching this one lady's stream, YouTube channel like crazy. I watch her YouTube videos every single day. So what she is basically is that, because you guys have these adorable flying foxes, these bats, over in Australia, and her life mission is to save and rehabilitate these bats, and they are so freaking cute, guys. Okay, we're gonna have to let's just show you guys let me just show you little bits and pieces. Hold on now, let me see, where am I gonna find, probably I'll show one of the ones that I linked on Facebook. Hold on. But we'll just turn the audio off so we don't get like a copyright strike. I think that should help. And especially if we resize it, I think it should help. Let's see. Okay. There. So, so the channel's name is Mega Baddie, and that's not her. She's just on a rescue mission here. There's a bat that has flown down. So apparently, if they get sort of trapped into like thinner areas, like they can't fly themselves back up into the sky. But let me just find the spot here. Okay, there's this poor bat on this flying fox there on the ground. Let me just find. And then she basically rescues them. Look at how freaking cute this thing is, guys. Look how adorable. She's wearing like these camera like glasses. Look at how bloody cute that is. And then she gives them a little bit of glucose so that if they're kind of in shock, they get a little bit of energy from that. And they usually take it quite happily as well. Let me see here. And then she takes them home and she measures them and checks. I think this one had a baby on it as well. Let me just see here. Oh, she's just gotten home. Let me just squish this down a bit so it's not so erratic. And there's the mama. Poor mama is in complete shock. She's giving the mama some like, oh, and this is so cute. When she's giving the mama something to eat. I think she takes care of the baby separately, but just find this spot where she's, she was measuring the baby right there. She puts the babies on these like little teddies because it will emulate, let me see, yeah, there, she's checking out the baby there. And they actually like suck on pacifiers, these baby bats, because that's the way they sort of hang on, like that's partially the way that they hang on to the mamas when the mamas are flying around. So they hold on to them with their arms, of course, but then they also are latched onto the nipple. So she gives them these like dummies, these pacifiers. Let me see if we can find a cute spot where she's feeding the mama here some fruit. I'm so addicted to these videos, guys. I just have to link this this lady's YouTube channel. Anyhow, we went on a completely other tangent there. And she, of course, she has like all the vaccinations and stuff. So she has this warning at the end of her videos to never ever like touch wild bats because of course, you know, especially now with, well, I don't think these bats have anything to do with the coronavirus. Of course, that's all, that was all related to the bats over in China and Asia, other parts of Asia. But so most likely these bats in Australia have nothing to do with that. But still, there are, you know, other like dangerous diseases like rabies and stuff like that. So she has all her shots to take care of them. Yes, Eloquent, you guys have so many cute animals. You do, you do. Now, why did we come over here? Oh, yes, we were going to go and collect those little signs that are just like all over the place. I don't need these don't mind signs anymore. We can definitely snatch those up because I think it's all clear now. And Eloquent, you guys have an organization called Wires who look after native animals. When you find native animals, you call them and they come to save the critters. Aww. Yeah, I mean, when I watched this guy's, and that was your fault, Eloquent? What was your fault? When I watched this lady's channel, it was like, man, like if I was living in Australia, guys, I could easily see myself doing that kind of work. easily. I mean, I love bats. I think they're so adorable. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of these little signs we can just retrieve. There's no use in building new ones if we have old ones we can use. But yeah, it just came to mind. What else was I gonna say? And it looks like Kelos is over here busy doing some surface mining. So the plan is right now, I'm gonna show you guys what the plan is right now with this surface mining stuff. So, So this is from Deed Planner. Right now, it's all high up here, but this is to make the canal. And so what Kelos is doing is he's surface mining those tiles down over here. Yeah. Okay, what was... Oh yes, the small signs. These ones. Let's just grab those. And Amsterdal asks, did you say last time you were raising the roof under? I'm sorry, Amsterdal, I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, there's iron. Let's... you know what? Well, we'll just keep that there for now. Oh, by the way, another thing that I did when I was checking out, when I did an export of the deed on Deed Planner, is I counted how many tiles of clay I'm going to have to transmutate to dirt. And I counted 101 tiles, guys. 101 clay tiles I'm going to have to get rid of. So part of them are here along the shores, others are underwater, and I want the underwater to be all just nice sand, not any splotchy like dirt clay tiles like these ones. Oh, I see, Amsterdal. The surface clearing, so all of this is gonna be going down into the... It's gonna be like like all lowered down, and it's gonna be a canal. So let me just show you here. And I guess we can show... Where's my... Let's just get that thing open over here. So if we go over to Kingdom Project... And here's the picture, of course. Hold on, that's not a good one. Here. So you see this canal in the middle. So all of that has to be, all of this is going to go down to the water level eventually. And then it crisscrosses with this other canal going along here. So when you look from above, it will look something like this. You see that's like going into the water there? It's right through the middle. And Amstel, you had to pay someone to make you a clay tile. No clay around where you are. Oh my goodness, right. So Amsterdal, have you not seen those screenshots ever? I can just show them for anyone who hasn't seen this. I think most of you have, but basically we're going to be building this city that this currently resides on the test server. So I built this for the Wurm trailer, and when I was doing a stream where I was like going through the process of making the trailer, we were looking at I was doing a tour of the city, and I was just saying that, man, it would be kind of cool to try and make this someday. And then the Factional Fight Brothers were hanging out on the stream at the time, and they said, let's make it together. And so we decided to start making this thing. So now this is kind of like a familiar view, like from the trailer, you can see that view. But there's just various different screenshots of the city here. And it's going to take years and years and years and years to build this thing. So that's the goal. Oh, let's show some night shots as well. It looks pretty pretty nice at nighttime as well. Oh, hold on. So yeah, that's the end goal. And Susie, you haven't seen those either, have you? Yeah, but right now, this is probably the ugliest deed on all of Melody. Probably the ugliest deed of all of Northern Isles right now, because of course, you know, there's this huge process of surface mining everything down. The horses are here right now, but they're all going to be like moved away eventually, because of course, all of this part is going to be, you know, where the buildings are, right? So there are these four quarters, and so far one quarter has been terraformed, second quarter has been terraformed, the canal has to be done here in the middle, and then I have to do two more quarters exactly like this, one over here and one over here, and then all of this stuff over here, let me just go back over here, it's all going to be removed. Yeah, lots of rock, Jensen. It would have honestly been much easier to just pour some dirt down into the middle of the sea somewhere, but oh well. So all of this stuff is eventually just going to be all removed, and it's all going to be underwater, but this is a multi-year project. It's going to take years. So for now, these are just temporary, just to get the horse market going. Exactly, Sadala. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so now we have several signs. And it was so, if I remember correctly, when you dye something in the game, it doesn't apply the paint additionally to the existing color. Instead, it will replace the pigment that, or the, you know, the color tint that it has. So the point being that any of these signs that I have in my inventory, which looks like I have 12 of these, even if they're different wood types right now, yeah, some are cedar, some are pine wood, some are maple. If I go and dye these, then we can at least make sure that they all look the same. We'll test that out today, maybe. So, let's just use this thing. Cannot reach that spot. Okay. Let me see if I do it like this. And how does it look when the gate shuts? Okay, that's a little bit... And let me just... I hate how the sun is like shining against me right now. Let me just turn on the lantern so we get a little bit of light going here. There, that's better. Okay, so then if I place it with the control pressed down, it goes like that. I guess I could just do one pull. Oh, the gate is in the way. When pushed then. Like so, and then it should look okay. Yeah, that's fine. So this one would be 0.5. Oh gosh, doesn't look too good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some spaces in between, or in the beginning and the end, to squish down the text like so. That helped. That definitely helped. And actually, you know what? I'm just thinking to myself, these are just placed down. I'm wondering if I should... I mean, they're not planted. But since we're on my deed, it doesn't matter, does it? I mean, literally, there's no difference with it being planted or just placed down if I'm on my deed, right? Nobody's going to be able to pick that up anyway. So we're just... Now, the reason I'm wanting to drop it down versus planting is simply because I want to use the snapping thing to be able to get it aligned right in the middle, so it's nice and neat. And when you're planting something, it doesn't do that, right? So this would be 0.4. Oh, same thing again. Let me just copy paste this whole line. There, that's better. Three. How's that starting to look? Looks pretty good. Pretty happy with that. I wonder, No, I think that's a good, yeah, that's a good. I was thinking to myself whether I should put it actually in the front of the gates, but then once you would open the gate, it would be sticking up there like kind of in an annoying way. So I think this will work better. You can plant it after it's been plonked down. Oh, how can you? So you can do the secure, but there's not the plant option anymore. But I guess secure is something I could... Is that the equivalent of planting? I guess we could secure them, couldn't we? Yeah, that's a good idea. Secure. Secure is the same as plant, says Scard. Okay. Good. That's good to know. So let's do it that way then. Just to be on the safe side. Yeah, that'll work out just fine. And those are cedar. Might as well put the same wood types just in case the color doesn't change too much with dyeing, so that they all become uniform. So might as well just use cedar here. And then this one would be 2. There. So what are you guys up to today? How has your Saturday been going for everyone? And what are you guys doing in Wurm right now, if you are playing Wurm? And is anyone planning to go to the horse race tomorrow on Cadence? And are you going to take part in the race itself, or just hang out and check it out? Yeah, that definitely does help usability-wise to sort of realize like which stall is which, doesn't it? Amzadal is cleaning up their deed, imping all your items above 30 because a lot of your items were very low quality, and finally getting your deed organized. Nice. You're trying to make, oh, the crate holders. Yeah, the crate racks are so good, aren't they? They are lifesavers. Absolutely. It's such a satisfying feeling to finally get all your crates in there. You know what? I think I might have made a mistake here. Hold on. Let me just check something. I have been making a mistake, yeah. Okay, I thought it didn't look like it was centered, so I think I have to fix this one over here as well. Yes, I do. I was adding an extra space in the front there. Such a perfectionist. And same for this one as well. Like so. That one looks like it's right. Yeah, it's such a satisfying feeling, isn't it, Amsterdal, to get everything cleaned up and cleared out so they're not laying all over the lands. Especially because those crates, they're not the prettiest objects, and then also uh, it's hard to see over them, and they take up so much space. So, man, I don't even understand how we managed without crate racks. Because, if you weren't playing Worm back then, we didn't originally have crate racks with crates. We only had the crates, and then crate racks were introduced later. So it was kind of a struggle in the beginning. And Admiral Myth, hello. Locations revealed for hatchling slaying next weekend. Thank you, Admiral Myth. Yes, people have been advertising it to me. So it seems to be next Saturday, so we might just take part in that. We'll see. So here's an example, because this is a completely different color than that one. So I do want to try and dye these and just get it all perfect. And thankfully we now have that zinc, so we have a whole bunch of zinc to try and make a dye with. I also have been collecting some of the oak thingamajigs, the nuts that you can get off the oaks. What are they called? Acorns? I'm not sure. I believe that makes like a black dye. I'm gonna have to look into that. So this would be 8, yes. There. Just push that through. Ah, true, Servan. Yeah, we had to store them in the ships because that was like or else into the mines, because they're not so they're so huge, aren't they? It's gonna be a bit tricky. Yeah, something like this. And then just push that through. 10. Now, did it come on the right side? It did. Good. Looking good. And then I have 2 more that I can place down. Oh, and I forgot to secure them, by the way. This would be 15. It makes you want to build again, Amsadal. It feels like you got a whole new area of your buildings because you got them cleared out. So nice, so nice. Oh, from your pirate days. You have a little bit of a pirate in you, do you? So did you go out looting the abandoned deeds? I love to do that as well. I mean, if it's just stuff laying around, why not, right? And this is 14. Good. So now we're gonna need, let's see. It's like 20, 23, 28 small signs. And did I have any in my inventory anymore? Hello, Joshua. Welcome on into the stream. How are you doing today? Small signs. Oh, I have 7 of them. Nice. So, Joshua, I opened my horse market today. It's a big day. And hello, Griff. Welcome on into the stream. Oh, Griff, by the way, Dew Johnson was saying that your guy's hell horse is stuck over on his deed, and since it's branded, he can't move it. Did you know that? That you guys have a stranded hell horse over on Dew Johnson's place? So, Dew Johnson, I'm guessing you meant here on the new servers on Melody, right? Not on the old servers. That would be 13. Thank you. Thank you, Joshua. And you're doing just dandy? That's good to hear. Thank you, Seren. Well, I mean, you know, if I was wise, I would have arranged a whole big, you know, grand opening event, and I honestly don't have the emotional energy for that, though. So it's just a quiet little opening, celebrating it with just you guys here. But I couldn't ask for anything better. Because of course, if you were to have that kind of grand opening, you'd have to have some kind of events and maybe some competitions and some giveaways and a whole bunch of fuss. And oh my gosh, I really don't have the energy these days for that kind of stuff anymore. Of course, when this kingdom is opened, obviously for that, we're going to have like a huge grand opening for that. But this is, you know, not so important. So this is 12. Hello, Vooch. Welcome on into the stream. And you like the images, Joshua, there. Yeah, it's definitely like, where'd it go? Over here. Yeah, it definitely gives that like feeling of, so there's something quite pristine about it, right? With the colors, the fonts, and gives that feeling of style or like eloquence. I'm not quite sure what the right word is. It'll definitely set it apart, that advertisement, for sure. But I've also seen some people advertising that they're willing to beat anyone's price. So I don't know how long a person like that can be in business, though, before they just run out of horses. You love them all. Yeah, that's true, Seren. It's been a long journey for sure. To get to this spot for sure, yeah. It's been quite a struggle. It's been much more of a struggle than I would have remembered, to be quite honest. 11. And Amsterdal, your first thought was that it looks Arabian. Yes, there's definitely that kind of Morocco vibe to the kingdom for sure. Yes, absolutely. It definitely was like an inspiration for the style of it. 16. And of course, a big thanks goes to Seren, who has helped with the horse market, and I do believe the Factional Fight Brothers brought over, well, they did bring me over, you know, when I was just getting started with getting the breeding going. Those guys were so kind to bring over some of the horses that they found during their adventures, which helped me get started. So I'm really, really grateful for that. Wouldn't have been able to get to this point without you guys. $17. And also, of course, there were anonymous people who would sometimes drop off horses as well. Some ebony blacks were dropped off at my place, and also a chestnut and some other colors as well at some point, which was really, I don't know who brought them over, but I'm really, really grateful for whoever did bring them over at some point. And then from that point on, it's just been breeding, breeding, breeding like crazy. And Joshua, you dedicate your new build to your favorite band, Rush, La Villa Strangiato. Strangiato? Aha. The first thing that comes to mind for me from Rush is my childhood years in Canada as a kid, because Rush was really, really... Oh, 18. What am I doing? Why did I put 5? 18. Rush was such a popular band in Western Canada, and probably around the States, throughout the States at that time, back in the late 70s, early 80s. Ah, Seren. Well, well, eventually we're going to be able to hopefully get to a point like I am. My situation on Xanadu, Seren, is that I have so many like 5 speeds plus spark in its eyes that I have to call off the extras all the time. So hopefully we're going to get to a point where I actually have so many of them that I can just throw them around the Alliance like nuts, and you guys are going to all have the best horses in all of the lands. It's going to take a little bit of a while before we get to that point, though, here. Interesting. Yes, I've done it this way, that's right, with the gate open. Okay. Now that makes sense. And Xanadu is another Rush song? Well, I know Xanadu didn't... there's, of course, the song Xanadu from the movie Xanadu, and that was Electric Light Orchestra who did that one. I didn't know that Rush also had a song called Xanadu. 19. Let me make sure that I haven't... Oh, well, we can just do that at the end, I guess. Just make sure all the numbers are correct. There. And hello, Rixif. Welcome to the stream. Does that say 18 or 10? This one? That says 18. Yeah, the font is that kind of like medieval font, so it's not so clear. But of course, one can always like mouse over these, and then you can see the name through that as well. Okay, so now we're just missing 21 signs, and then we'll be done with these signs. Oh, Seren. Oh, that would be so cool. That would be so cool. So Seren is saying, wouldn't it be cool if there were cosmetical brands that show off the breeder's sign on the butts, like in real life, like a brand, like a true brand? Oh, that is a very cool idea. That's such a cool idea. You should make a suggestion, Seren. I think that's one of the coolest ideas I've ever heard relating to the horses. I think people would love that. I mean, we do have the maker's mark on like items that we make, right? So why not? Let's just get this like planted quickly. Just saw this garlic over here that was ripe and I couldn't help coming to harvest it. By the way, guys, Melody had the Rite of Spring, was it called? The one where it heals all the sickly horses like a Genesis cast. That happened a couple weeks ago. And it was really, I mean, it really helped a lot. The only problem was that it just does one cast. So basically, if you had any foals or animals that had more than one bad trait, then of course you were still stuck with the other bad traits that were left over, right? Holy crop. Oh, that's what it was called. Holy crop. Sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah, Seren. Yeah, if there was that kind of brand, it would definitely have to be something that the owner could then remove if they wanted, because not everyone, because they're kind of ugly at the end of the day for sure. But still, that would be a cool option to have for sure. What was I gonna do? I was gonna make some more signs. That's right. So, let's see, what do we need for small signs? We need, let's have a look here. Planks, small nails, and shafts. And I think we should have a good amount of those here. Small nails. What did I say? We needed 21. That's right. 21 small nails. Planks. Oh, looks like we're going to have to make some planks. But I think I do have a lot of shafts, don't I? Not so many shafts either. Okay, let's just make a whole mass amount of them then, in that case. Let's see, where is my saw? Do I have it in my inventory? I do. Okay. And I guess we might as well grab the ones that are here in the BSB. This is bothering me, this wagon. Let's get out of the way. There, that's better. Yeah, Seren, you know, I'm probably thinking of the brands that the cowboy, you know, the ranches use in North America, but of course there are also the elegant brands that you'll see, you know, for show horses in Europe. So I know what you mean, that there's like different types. Plank, there, good. And let's grab these planks from over. I'm not sure if these are... What's the size of a plank? Like weight-wise, let's see. They should be 2 kilograms. So according to this, if I look at the volume, I'm just trying to think whether these are like the type that are not... Yeah, they're not the full size. It really annoys me, this thing, sometimes. with the weights being when they're not like the full weight and you have to sort of struggle with that. Okay, let's just put that one back in there. It's very annoying. Okay. Open Cage, hello. And welcome back, Ayla. Open Cage says, I'm sure the horses can appreciate an artistic act of violence. And was it 1 plank per small? Yes. So while we're doing this... Oh, I know why it's taking so long. Because I only have 2 logs here. I should have just put 1 at a time because I didn't have a full 4 logs. So it's like doing just the cycle of 2 over and over again. Oh, we're almost done anyhow. Let's see, do we have any crappy logs over here? Nope. What about over here? We're just gonna grab them from the crates instead. Yeah. Let's just grab some from my crate. Crappy logs. Where are you? Here? Nope. Huh. I thought I had named one of my crates crap logs. Interesting. Well, let's just grab those then. Actually, I don't think I need... Well, let's just make a whole bunch of planks. You know what I should do, guys, is I should just make tons and tons of planks, tons and tons of shafts, tons and tons of small and large nails, and just be done with it. And kindling one of these days, of course not on stream because that's going to be boring to look at, but just have them so I don't have to... I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys all struggle with this as well, that just when you need something, you're out of it. And you have to go around making more of them. Now, did I not grab those logs? What the heck? I was absolutely sure I did. Oh, I know what happened. It's probably that I couldn't carry the amount that I was trying to drag in. That's right. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's a good idea, Seren. So every time a horse is branded, there'd be like the option to remove it if you wanted to. Now, the only downside I can think of that is that it would require a double amount of the horse. You know, here's the downside, actually. Now, I'm not sure about the texturing system in Wurm. For the 3D models, I'm not sure if there's the ability to put more than 1 layer of the textures. But the way it currently is there's just this one skin that wraps around the 3D model. So if you were to have branding, yeah, there's just no way. It would have to be some kind of like additional layer that comes on top of the existing like horse skin. So I can just show you guys what the horse skins look like. This is something, of course, this is anything secret because anyone can go right into the files, especially in Wurm Unlimited, and look at those. But I can just show you what the skins look like. Let's see, where is it? And then I can sort of better explain like what I'm talking about. here. So the skin that is applied to the 3D model looks something like this. Now, if you were to imagine like a brand on the butt area, for instance, the way the game currently works is it has just this one skin applied to it. So to have a brand, they would have to have like a restricted amount of different brands, say 10 different types of brands that you could choose the design from, which one you want. And then they would have to duplicate, they would have to make a set of 10 textures that have that brand applied to it to switch between, right? Now, if there was like a second layer on top of this one, that you just have the base like skin texture for the horse or whatever animal it is. Now, and what I meant to say that it would just get crazy because you would have, it's not only the horses you would brand, you would have to be able to brand any animal, which would mean that any animal's skin would have to be, you know, there would have to be many, many copies of each of the skins, and that would just get crazy. It would be just ludicrous, especially, you know, it would be a huge amount of like image files we'd have to download in the pack, and it would take hard drive space from everyone and everything. And then, you know, the updates would take longer to come through and so forth. But if there was like an additional layer on top of the skin, now that's much more feasible. I just don't know how that works. I'm kind of a novice with 3D myself, but I'm assuming there is a way to apply like additional graphics on top, like wrap an additional skin on top somehow. I just don't know how that's done. And at least currently, the creatures don't, I don't think that they support such a thing. And that's true, Bogard. You've got the, but about the signs. Hold on, let me just... That's a good point, that the signs have the text on top of the wood texture. But I'm not quite sure. There's something I want to check there. Okay, let's just get these done. I'll check one of the signs in a moment. What did I want to do? Yes, let's get rid of those. And I think from the rest of these, now we have 29 planks, so we don't need all of these. Let's just actually, let's throw these birchwood ones and those pine wood away. We'll only have cedar. Yeah, exactly, Seren. Yeah, I mean, if we have to think about like where we want to spend those the textures, it would definitely be much more favorable to have like different types of textures for different animals, different colors of animals and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just thinking about how those signs work. And I'm not really a fan like of it being just only horses that you could brand, because when you think about it, cows are, I mean, when I think about brands, I really think about cows, for instance, in real life. It would be weird that you could only do it for horses. And Hertz says any modern gaming engine allows for layering of different maps. Of course, Wurm uses Java plus OpenGL, which is a custom engine. Yeah, that's why I'm not sure whether or not it. Well, I guess if they've done it for the signs, though, can we think of other objects in Wurm that have like double texture layers like the signs? And hello, DS. Welcome to the stream. And I have to say, a big, huge thank you to you, DS. You came by and you helped cure a whole bunch of my sickly horses the other day, and I'm so thankful for that. I was able to build up my breeding stock much better, and this allowed me to, you know, sell off my extra horses. So all of these horses that I'm selling, so I opened my horse market, and all of these horses are horses that I would have otherwise just killed, because they're like, they've got speed traits, but then they've also got like the extra like positive traits, so they would mess up my breeding. But the ones that you were curing, they were all like my breeding horses. And now I have a much larger stock of breeding horses, so thank you so much for that help once again. Drogo says if the engine does not support 2 layers, it's still possible to have 2 layers, just merge them to 1 layer before loading. Oh, that's true. Yeah, there could be a script doing that. That's true. Yeah, that is true. So Hertz says dyeing applies a hue map to the item. Yeah, I mean, it is just a color tint with the multiply blending mode that we have for our painting system in Wurm. But that's like a whole different thing, though. That's a whole different story. 21 is what we need. Let's just throw those in there. 21, good. And then we're going to need some shafts. So yeah, I'm just wondering now. Just wondering. I'm trying to remember if there are other items in Wurm that have like more than one texture layer. Just look through this stuff quickly. I mean, the signs are the only thing that really come to mind, aren't they? Yeah, definitely not in the food items. No, I think the signs are the only thing, aren't they? Let's just look at those signs again. Signs and boards. Oh, I don't have the text showing there. And with these signs, actually, hold on. Let me just check here. I do have that file. Let's see. Wurm Unlimited Servers, graphics. Where are the signs? Hold on. Structures, shop sign. If we look at how this is built, So those are the textures for the shop signs. Now these are just my modifications when I was doing the Ultima Nostalgia project. And there's the base like wooden post for it. And then it just maps, of course, this to just particular polygons then. Okay. Yeah, so that's not like a double texture in this case of the shop sign, yeah. So it's basically you've got in the mesh, there's just an area that is allocated to this particular texture and then it applies it to that. So that's not a, so yeah, it almost feels like the signs with the text are the only object in Wurm that have like a double texture layer. Ayla, we're talking about the possibility to brand horses in a way that it would leave a visual brand on the horse's butt or something like that. So Hertz, these signs are the ones that I have edited, so you can see that these are like Ultima Online signs. So these are not from Wurm Online, of course. Wurm signs are completely different. And those were for my Ultima Nostalgia server in Wurm Unlimited. Sipaku. Just make branded horses have a pink tail and pink mohawk. Oh my god. I'm sure there's some people who would like that. I wouldn't be a fan of that, to be honest. I like things to look nice and realistic, but I know you're just joking around. I hope you're joking around at least. And of course we can just Google an image so the visual is clear for what Seren was wishing for. So, branded horse. So for instance, there are these different types of brands. I mean, that's the end result when you use a branding iron on a horse in real life, of course. So Seren was wishing for something like this, that you could have your own like signature brand where so everyone could see that, okay, this came from, you know, the Shimmering Sands stables or whatever. But that's why we started talking about the textures, though, is because how to do that technically. If that happens, you want pigs to have mohawks also, Joshua. Ayla would be okay with purple tails. Yeah, the hell horses, they're kind of like right on the edge of what I can still swallow. And we need 21 shafts. So we're gonna have to grab one more log. Or how many shafts did we have over here, actually? I think we might have enough now. I think we do, actually. Yeah, 21 exactly. That's great. Great luck. Okay, so we'll just go and... Oh, well, we actually have to make the signs as well, but I guess we could plant and make them as we go along. So, what was it? One plank and, what was the recipe again? A small nail and a plank, okay. Small sign. You know what? We're just gonna do it this way, actually. I can't be bothered to do it one at a time. Let's just put it like this. Small sign. Oh yes, I wanted to inspect this sign now. Try figure out, if we just look at this now, I'm trying to figure out how the hell this works. Does it just... So if you were to... I mean, the more spaces you put, like it stretches and... So it must be just stretching, but how the hell does that work? Because you can write in anything. And so there must be different characters. And then maybe it's like on some kind of like sprite sheet or something, and then it fetches those characters from a sprite sheet. Like a grid type of a sprite sheet, perhaps. I'm not sure. Because I could swear that I have seen, you know what? Oh, now I remember what what I was struggling to remember. Sometimes, have you guys sometimes seen, so what happens, yeah, let's see if we can actually emulate this. I want to show you guys something. Let's see if I can emulate it. So sometimes, when you have these signs that have the text on them, and you've pushed the sign into a wall, and the sign itself gets hidden into the wall, it's almost like it's on its own mesh layer. Now that I think about it, because you can make it so that you can have just the text itself showing. So I've come up against like a flat surface here. Let's see if we can get this done. So, oh, actually not like that. Okay, where the heck did it go now? I bet it went right into the... Okay, hold on. Let's try this again. Place... Place... If we get this like just on the very, very edge here, and if I just at an angle try and push it in, I might be able to get it so that only the text is showing. I'll go at a very slight edge here. Actually I have to do it first person. Hold on. You guys think I'm probably a little bit crazy here, but I'll show you guys what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna have to do it first person for this to work, I think. Place. And now let's go at a very, very slight angle. Oh, I didn't get it to work. But the point that I was trying to make is that I got this to work. Maybe I wonder, let me just try a building wall actually. You guys are probably like, what the hell are you doing, Cats? What are you up to? Cats, you're acting strange. Okay, let me just pull that stuff away from the wall. I want to prove it to you guys. Pull this stuff away from the wall. Go back. And like so, now we have a bare wall. And I was doing this on Xanadu with my signs. Trying to get it so that only the text shows. But that was a stone wall that I was doing it with. Now this, of course, being wood, it's a bit of a thinner wall, so it might not work. Okay, let's just try. Okay. Yeah, this is... because it's not... Damn it. Can we do it against this wall? I know you guys must be so confused. What are you doing, Cats? What is this guy doing here? Okay, let's try it against this wall here. Because this would be the same type of wall that I was doing it with on Xanadu as well. Like a stone, the stone like... There! See? See, guys? That's what I wanted to get. Actually, let me just pull this out so it's actually properly... It should have been a moment ago. Did you see that? The text, guys. So that's what I wanted to show. Okay, now, again. It's almost like there must be like there. So I'm not sure why it's going at an angle like that, but I'm proving my point here. So talking about the double textures, it's almost, how is this possible if it weren't a second mesh on top of the inner mesh for the sign, right? It's almost like there's a slightly larger mesh encompassing the smaller mesh of the sign, a slightly larger mesh only for the texture of the text, right? Because if it was applied to the same mesh, then all of this would have disappeared at the same time. But now I finally got to display what I was trying to show you guys. And yeah, that's what I was trying, Seren. Now there's the only one problem. Okay, I'm going to show you what the problem is with that. I will show you what the problem is. I was trying to get exactly that effect that I could have, just like, I wanted to have just like the words imprinted on the walls without the sign showing, and that's why I was pushing it in, but there's a problem. So I'll show you. So let's get that same effect. Okay, and now, so this is how it looks now, but if we, let's just take a screenshot of that and we'll put it into Photoshop. I'll show you what happens. Hello, Pop-Popsicle. Welcome on in. Okay. Oh, but of course we're not going to get the exact same view, are we? Because when your character logs on, it's actually facing a different direction, but oh well. Oh, that's fine. So now we just log back on, and here's the problem with doing that. Every time you log on, the location of items shifts slightly. There. It's something having to do with how the server loads the items, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. So it could be, but at least we have that screenshot now, so we can compare like the location now. Okay, let's see. If we just take a screenshot, it looks the same. So if we just compare those two, it looks like it's exactly in the same location. Okay. Interesting. So what was happening to me on Xanadu when I was trying to get the signs to look this way, that it had just the text, what would happen is that I would log on and my sign would either be sticking out too much, or else it would be inside the wall, because the location shifted ever so slightly. Yeah. Anyhow, enough of that. Joshua, yeah. For your weekly dose of crazy, come to Kat's stream. That's right. That's right. Okay, let's get the rest of these signs built now. Enough messing around, right? Enough of that silliness. Okay. Small sign. Let's go, just go up a bit and see what you guys were saying. Sipaku was saying, you think having a sign for every deed to be unique? No. It would have to be, you know, a set of, oh, I don't know, 10 or 20 different symbols that you could choose from. Just like, you know, in a lot of MMOs, you can choose your guild symbol. You know, there's just a limited amount, and they're designed by the game artists So yeah, it couldn't be anything that players themselves would design. No, 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 no. It would have to be a, you know, a preset like selection that we could choose from. Uh, And speaking of, so Ayla, you were talking about how you'd love to see more breeds, lots of breeds. Well, of course, the problem with our horses in Wurm is that they're not actually different breeds at all. They're just different colors, right? I guess the official term for a horse color is paint. They're different paints, but I tried to suggest one time. I can show you guys. I was just looking at these images today, actually. I made a suggestion many years ago in the Wurm forums. I'm gonna just show you guys. Let's see. Wurm horse. Where is it? Where did I put those? Actually, I know where I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it in my Photoshop history, or like in the recent files that I opened. Now, while I don't ever see this happening, that we would have like different breeds, let's see, where is it? Is it this one? Yeah. So I was messing around with the horse mesh one time, just in Blender, and let's just try and find, maybe the white horse would be a good one to show. So currently the horses in Wurm are shaped like this. This is the default mesh. Just get this a bit smaller. Now, I just was messing around with the meshes one day, a couple of years ago, and I was thinking to myself how cool it would be if we had hot-blooded horses and cold-blooded horses. So hot-blooded horses are the really fast horses like Arabians and thoroughbreds, and cold-blooded horses are like the workhorses. And these, the default that we have now, could be so-called warm-blooded horses. So a hot-blooded horse could be, this would be like an Arabian shape, you can see. And then this is just moving around the vertices of the same mesh. So exactly same mesh, not any more or less polygons, exactly the same mesh. And then this could be like the cold-blooded horse. And I can show the mesh here. I have the image here somewhere. Where did I put it? It was one of these layers where I had an image. Or was it actually in the folder? Hold on, what folder is this in? Horse shapes. Ah, it's over there. Okay, hold on. Let me just put this over here for a moment. Make sure I'm not showing anything I shouldn't. Cool. Let's see. Horse shapes there. Was it in this folder? Ah, here we go. Yes. So in Wurm, of course, you know, I think a lot of people confuse breeds with the horse color. So they're completely different things, of course. Now, some breeds do have like a signature color to them. For instance, the Palominos are, Palomino horses are, I'm not sure, maybe that is just a color actually, the Palomino color. It could be. I thought it was kind of a fusion between a breed and a color, but I'm not sure now. Seren would probably know, she's really like a horse expert. But anyhow, here's a good example of, if we think about the horse color called gold in Wurm, which is actually Palomino, you can find gold-colored draft horses, warm-blooded horses, and of course hot-blooded horses, same as black or chestnut. It's just a color. And you can see really like the difference in the shape of the heads, for instance, here. It's quite different. Now, that's what I was trying to like play around with in the mesh. So here's a picture of the mesh, and you can see how the texture is applied to the mesh. And just taking those vertices, I was just dragging the vertices around. So there's the default horse of Wurm. And, you know, for instance, in the case of like a hot-blooded horse, let me just actually open this in Photoshop. So in the case of, where's my tools? Tools. In the case of the hot-blooded one, if you look at the, let me just, you know what we'll do? Let's just put this. I wonder if I had some GIF animations actually here. I wonder, or are these just JPEGs? I'm pretty sure I had some GIF animations as well. That would really, oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yes. So you can see how the shape changes. It's just like moving the vertices around, basically. It could use the exact same texture, and the texture would just scale according to the... I mean, this is all done in Blender, so you can see how the texture is just being stretched with its vertices, like with its polygons, just automatically. So just one single texture would be needed, the same one that we have now, but then the vertices would just be moved around. And I just think it would just give so much variation so that we could truly have, you know, Clydesdale horses. So Clydesdale horses are the, you know, one of the more famous cold-blooded horses. So Clydesdale horse. This is like the traditional, when people think of workhorses, they think of these Clydesdales. They have the white socks, and you know, they're these huge bay-colored horses. And if we look at the file for the blood bay, I mean, I originally made the blood bay texture just to emulate a little bit having like a Clydesdale. I wanted to make a texture that so people could at least sort of imagine having a Clydesdale. But here's of course the Wurm horse as it is now. But if we were to just move those vertices around, then we could have this more Clydesdale looking like horse. This really thick neck, and you know, the thing that I wanted to show actually was just sort of going on a complete tangent here. Let me just actually move this over here. I'm gonna just show you guys. Let's put the hoofs at around the same spot. Something like that. So, and then let's also take the cold-blooded one over here. And also put the hoofs around the same spot as well. Something like that. So to get a true idea of like how, for instance, the head is shaped differently. So there's the one we have now, and just pay attention to these vertices over here. And with the cold-blooded one, for instance, they're pulled out. So the horse has this almost like a Roman nose type of like forehead. But then with the Arabian, like a hot-blooded one, they're pulled in, you know. They have a flared nostrils, and they have a very shapely thin head, and their neck is arched like Arabian would have. And also the tail is a little bit more like, compared to the default one. No, not that one, this one. So Arabians sort of hold their tails high as well. Anyhow, yeah, I was just thinking about that today because I was looking through some horsey stuff for the horse market, like advertising, and I was like, man, I wish we could do that because it's like such low-hanging fruit in a way, because it's from an optimization point of view, you know, whether we have large texture files, it would just be the one and only texture that we would have to have. And it's just the mesh files are very, very light. They hardly take any space at all. So it's sort of like, you know, we would get, imagine guys, we could have triple the amount of horses we have now. And of course, I know you guys are probably all thinking about, you know, just the technical qualities, how they could be different, you know, the the cold-blooded ones could have more strength. The hot-blooded ones could run faster. The cold-blooded ones could be maybe better at pulling carts and wagons. The hot-blooded ones would be more nimble along the sloped, like they'd have more nimble footing when going along the sloped, like very like rigid slopes and stuff like that. That would be so cool, huh? And it's such low-hanging fruit, at least from the graphics side. Now, from the coding side, of course, that is a whole different story. That would require a whole bunch of coding, of course, and the coding is the bottleneck really for the Wurm team, quite honestly. So it's not an issue of graphics; it's an issue of coding in this team. But let's just see what you guys were saying to all of that. A little bit behind with the chat here. And Hertz, you were thinking that the text on the sign might have a bump map, and that's how it sort of pushes itself a bit higher. That could be. That could be, yeah. You guys were talking about the locations of piles when relogging, how that does change a little bit. Sepako wants a donkey. Hello, Dreamt. Welcome on into the stream. And Popsicle confirms that Palomino is just a color, right? Dreamt. Vertices and polygons. Is everyone following? Write that down, kids. Now, of course, that was just like you guys just saw like the model just standing in one place. Now, after I moved those vertices around, I don't know how it would have worked with the animations. It could be that, you know, the when some of the limbs like when they're like folding or like bending, it could be that it would have required a lot of like little nitpicky adjustment to make sure that, you know, there's not this kind of conflict in the bending spots. So it was easy enough to just do it with a horse just standing there. So it would require actually a little bit of artwork as well to make sure. And of course, the same thing would have to be done for the foals as well, right? You guys would wish for more dog breeds? Yeah, absolutely. Hello, Nasiwa. You wish we would have more cow colors, right? Yeah, I mean, there's going to be updates to the animal stuff, like Samul was saying in the roadmap. So I did express very clearly that I would like to be involved in that as well on some level. OpenCage says, well, if the mesh modification could be done real-time by the GPU, that'd be human work, but not changing the client's sensibilities, right? Hello, Wormaholic. Welcome on in. So, I've been meaning to ask you, Nasiwa, if you're still here. So I heard that you went back to the old servers. What was the thing that made you decide that you want to focus your time on the old servers instead of the new servers? I guess you have like quite a you have quite a lot of your quite a big investment in the stuff that you've done on the old servers, of course. And you know what Du Jensen told me the other day? We were looking through those marketing screenshots, and Du Jensen says, "Oh, that place is Nasiwa's place on Celebration in the one of the images." I had no idea, Nasiwa, that was your place, the one with the was it a sandstone building, I believe, something like that. I had no idea that was your place. Wormaholic says, I think they should have a level cap on animal husbandry on how many animals you can have, like level 10 animal husbandry. You can have 10 animals. Maybe that would help the animal hordes. The people have not allowing other players to find animals in the wild. Just thought, let me just read through that again. Let me think. Level cap on animal husbandry. How many animals you can have. So if you had level 10 animal husbandry, you could only own 10 animals and so forth. I would like to see more benefits to animal husbandry. Like, in the very least, what I would like to see is that so everyone can lead 4 animals. Well, I'd really like to see that with animal husbandry, you would be able to gain 1 more lead ability with each 10 levels. So at 20 animal husbandry, you would get an extra one, for instance, and then you could eventually lead, you know, up to 9 or 10 different animals at the same time. And Ayla has a good point that some breed a lot as well, though. So the 10 cap, for instance, would be pretty brutal for sure. Sipaku, you got a rotten eye. Oh my god. I never wanted to lick eyeballs, Sipaku. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare I had where somebody wanted me to... Was it that I can't remember in that nightmare. Was it that the guy in my nightmare wanted me to lick their eyeball, or they wanted to lick my eyeball? I can't remember anymore. And Raybarg, you went back to the old servers as well. Oh, I see. Yeah, I remember you were having some issues with, there was all kinds of weird people, like, causing problems. I think when you were in Harmony, weren't you? Okay, now we got these signs. Now let's just finish these off. And yeah, I thought I got a rare sign, Griff, but I don't think so. I just got the little, like, animation, but no, I don't think it went through. Yeah, this one, that's right. Yeah, it was sandstone. So yeah, I had no idea, Nasiwa, if you're still here. I'm not sure if Nasiwa's still here. Maybe he just popped in quickly. Open Cage says, if the servers are groaning under a beastly load, just release the digital plague. No! What would happen to all my horses? That's true, Sipako. It was on Drongo's Deed where I shared that story for the first time. It was, yeah. Hello, Joe. Welcome on in. So Raybarg, the Steam server dramas did end because those people stopped playing Wurm, and you went back to independence because everyone else around in Steam also stopped playing. Oh, right. I don't know. Like obviously I'm still running the horse market with Milena over on Xanadu, but I'm still having so much fun here on the new servers, honestly. So I haven't been tempted to go back or like. Of course, it's easy for me to say because we have this mega big project, but so that's of course keeping us sort of like tied down here. But I think even if I didn't have this big project, I'd still. There's just something so refreshing about living on these servers where there's all these new players from that have never played Wurm before. There's something very, I don't know, charming about meeting them. So Raybarb, do you know if Pharrell has she gone back to the old servers as well? Because our alliance members ask about her once in a while, and we were just wondering. Not sure if you know what her situation is. And the Steam release seems to have revitalized independence as well. I've heard that there are a lot of new players on the old servers also. Yeah, that's really cool. I see, right. Yeah, I knew that you guys had split up, but I just wasn't sure whether, how much you keep in contact about stuff like that still. Yeah. Sepako says, we even got a newbie on Celebration. Is crazy times we are living now. That's awesome. That's awesome to hear that they've started to come and check out the old servers. I wonder how many of them were people who started on the new servers but then discovered that, man, there's a lot of cool stuff going on the old servers and they want to come and like check it out, and then they got hooked. Or were they like pure new players that never even came to the new servers to begin with? Oh, that's cool, Ray. That is very cool. So for those of you who just arrived to the stream, what we're up to here is I of course opened my horse market. Oh my gosh, hold on. We have a customer over there, guys. We have our first customer. Robbie Crusoe is here, browsing the horses. Let me just get that cart out of the way. And I don't want to hassle him, but I'll just give him a little wave here. I said, "Good day. If you need anything at all, let me know." Now. Yeah, no, I hate it, Sipaku. I hate it myself. Like, if I'm like browsing somebody's like market over on the old server, well, I'm saying the old server only because that has so many markets. I'm not sure if people have like, I would imagine here on the new servers there's some markets as well, but okay, just generally, if I'm browsing through somebody's like market stalls, I hate it when like the deed owner comes up and waves to me and sort of starts up a conversation when all I want to do is just browse the wares and be out of there. So I try not to intrude. So that's why I grabbed my cart and sort of went away from there. I didn't even notice they were there. So Seppuku, who is Ronal? Oh yeah, that's right, DS. We have the stealth mode, of course. I could, but, how was it again? You had to press this stealth thing. Attempt to be invisible. Is that, but that's not a skill, is it? That's not something you can, is there any way to improve the, let me just see. If you try to go into stealth mode, first of all, I do know that there can't be any creatures close by. Sneaking. You try to hide, you attempt to hide from others, but I guess that's not really clear. Okay, I attempted, but did it fail? Because it's not saying anything here. It's not saying whether I succeeded or not. Is there any visual? Oh, I was hiding, but there's no visual. Like, you know, in other games you'll go kind of transparent or something. There should be some kind of visual indicator if you've successfully hid yourself. How can you see that you're hiding? Hold on, let's just try this again. Ray bark. I'm trying to get my creepy level up. You attempt to hide from others. Now, I don't like this, guys. There's no visual indicator. Apparently, I'm hidden now. Okay, you know what? We're gonna log on with my alt. I need to see this now. There needs to be some visual indicator. And it should say something like, instead of it saying you attempt to hide from others, it should say you successfully hide from others. Because that's not telling me anything that I attempt to do it, right? Okay, now we're gonna log on with my alt, and I gotta see this now. Can she see Milena or not? I mean, not Milena, Safarina. Oh, on your event window it says stealth mode. Oh, okay. Event window. Stealth mode. Oh, it does. Aha. Okay, I'm gonna go see how that looks with Lulena here. Let's see if we can see Safarina standing there or not. And I guess it's like there's a vicinity thing, right? If I get too close, then she'll pop into view. So, oh, look at that, guys. We don't see Safarina at all. I'm getting such a kick out of this now. We don't see Safarina. Look at that. Empty as can be. And then I guess if I go close, does she pop into view? Nothing happens. So there's my character, but she's not seeing my character. So there's no bumping into, because in some games, when you bump into somebody who is stealthed, they basically lose their invisibility. Huh. Is it so that when I start to walk, though, that's when I might lose it? So let me just take a step. You no longer hide. Okay. And there had to be a certain amount of tiles away. You are too close to the other creatures now. Okay, we have to go over here. Yes, yes. The master stealther. I mean, I love doing that in Ultima Online and Legends of Aria. You attempt to hide from others, okay. You no longer hide. So was she going too fast, or was it the guard? Or what was it that took me out of the stealth? Huh. Oh, good point. Am I hidden in local too? Let's see. Okay, we're now in stealth mode. And so I can't see my character there. Can I see her in the local chat? Safarina is not showing in local, guys. Look at that. It doesn't even show in the local. And now, if she tries to walk, does she have to just go very, very slow? Oh, she lost her stealth. So, are we getting any skill gain from this? No. So how come this isn't something that we can get skill gain from? Like, if you had, like, say, some kind of mind logic or something like that. Mind speed or whatever. You can switch between running and walking, says Morgul Scorpion. Welcome on into the stream, by the way. Huh. This guy, the customer must be freaked out, seeing me just like walking back and forth. Oh my god. This is too funny. So let's just see. Oh, maybe. Kale Fun. Hello, welcome to the stream. Good to see you back. Let's try and... So I wonder if climbing is going to take us out of stealth. Okay, you will... Okay, we didn't go into stealth mode because we're not seeing the stealth text. Okay, so it's just an attempt. Let's try this again. Can we do it while we're... Stealth mode. Okay, now we're climbing and stealth mode. And I guess, oh, yeah. I guess as soon as you can see it goes away, the color there. That seems kind of useless, doesn't it, guys? Especially since we're not gaining any kind of, like, skill whatsoever. Rip off. What a rip off. And Robbie Crusoe is, like, cruising around. Yeah, it should be a skill, shouldn't it, Amzadal? So, Raybark says, because stealth is part of PvP. Oh. TS. I am probably the first player using stealth since 2007. Because you can farm that with an alt. True, Amsadella, yeah. Let me just scroll back and see if I missed something here. Oh, I missed a whole bunch of stuff. Exactly, Griff. Griff said it's the same in real life. Can't stand when the employee of the store comes up to me. Just want to shop on my own. Exactly, yeah. That's so annoying. Oh, so Raybark, you were saying, doesn't stealth only work on PvP servers? Huh. Huh. And Seren said, oh my god, hiding in Wurm. I didn't know that was working. Your twins need to learn that. And... So now that Saf is visible, we see Saf here. So it really does truly remove you from local as well, which I guess if the whole point is to stealth around on the PvP servers, of course, having it visible in local would totally like give you away, wouldn't it? So of course that makes sense. Hello, Actual Kool-Aid. Welcome on into the stream. Oh, we were just playing around with the stealth option and testing it out, and it actually does work. The only problem is that... did this guy buy a horse now? I think he bought one of my horses, didn't he? Max Call. Let me just check if it's on the listing here. Max Call. Yes, he bought one of my horses, guys. give him a little bow. I think that was a male, wasn't it? Yeah, it's a male. We made our first purchase, our first sale, guys. Yay! Horse market first sale. Yay! That's awesome. Okay, now. Yeah, so actual Kool-Aid. Yes, stealth. So we were slithering and sneaking about here. Too close to creatures. Hold on. And you can actually stealth here on the PvE servers, and it will actually remove you from local. I mean, at least you know what, Seren, even if we're not able to walk around, at least you can go into hiding so that if you had to, like for instance, I could imagine, guys, you know where this would be super, super useful? Like if you go out hunting and you have to take a break, you have to go cook dinner, or you have to go to the bathroom, and you don't want like the mobs to come and kill you while you're away, you could just go into hiding and then be safe from the mobs, right? I want to test this, guys, with real mobs. I feel like testing this now. I'm just thinking to myself. I'm trying to think here, like, if we were to test this with actual mobs and see if they... Does anyone know, if you have your character hidden, will mobs notice you? Yeah, exactly what Seren, you were saying here, exactly. Hello, Matternath, welcome on in. So Matternath says, stealth works on PvE, you just can't be wearing stuff like light rune items. Aha. We only ever stealthed once. So basically, when you say things like, to give you away basically, Matter, but it wouldn't of course have no effect with the animals, right? But just so that you wouldn't have this light cast on the ground and everyone could see that somebody's hidden there. And Matter, you only ever stealthed once on PvP, and that was to annoy Blacklight. Otherwise, you've never seen stealth used. Oh, I see. And Creepy asks, would it stop my hell horses from attacking me when you're AFK? Well, as long as you go into stealth mode far enough away from them when you start. And hello again, Nasiwa. Welcome back. Bun Bun, yes, I opened my horse market, and welcome on in, Bun Bun. And let's actually do a couple of shout outs for you guys. Hold on here. Hold on here. So one for Nasiwa, who of course has a lovely, gentle and relaxing stream. And he plays mainly on Xanadu and Celebration. And then, of course, Bun Bun, who has just started streaming Wurm in recent months. And she also has a very relaxing, lovely, friendly stream. And she has very, very cute bunny rabbits showing on her stream. Thank you, Griff. Thank you. Yes, so we did, Bun Bun, we did open the horse market today. And here is the listing. I know you're looking to buy horses, aren't you? So there's the thingamajig where you can check out the listing, and I also have like a chart here. So I compared all the horse the prices. Like I looked at all of the prices I could find on the forums, and I sort of made my own, like sort of based on that, and also based on my own experience of which horses are hardest to get. And that's sort of like the chart that explains the logic behind the prices. But Bun Bun, aren't you gonna be? Are you gonna be starting up? Like I know you breed horses, so you're gonna be starting up a horse market too, right? And I forget now. Are you on Harmony or Cadence? I think you were on Cadence, weren't you? So Creepy asks, what do you do if someone doesn't leave the key? Oh, well, Creepy, actually, even if people return the keys to me, you know what I should do, by the way? We should put a bucket over there where they can drop the keys, because I don't do anything with the old keys. I make new keys and new locks for all the gates, just to keep things like safe and secure on both ends. Because you could always copy a key if you wanted to. Let me see if I have... Do I have an extra bucket here somewhere? I don't, but we could make one. Let's make a bucket for throwing the keys into. And now I have to wonder, since I have that kind of bucket with Malena on Xanadu, now I'm wondering, did I have the drop option for the permissions on Xanadu? Let's just check quickly. So if you go into stealth mode, actual Kool-Aid, no. We tested it. I locked on with my alt and she could not see Safarina. So it actually does work. Let's just get this horse onto some grass, actually. I should probably take it away. It's just starving here. Let's put him here. So let's just check the permissions. How do I have it set up here on Xanadu? Manage roles. Non-citizens. They can lead. They cannot drop. So you don't need the drop permissions to be able to put something into a bucket. Okay. Oh, there's a bear after me. Let's just log off. So, you don't have to have the drop permissions. You can just have a bucket. So let's make a bucket like that as well. Well, let's do one thing at a time. Let's get the signs finished first. So the signs are finished. I just have to plant them. Thank you, Seren, for those congrats. And mobs should be able to sniff you if wind blows from your direction, says DS. And Seren says, I see my twins hide on windows. There are useful things you can do with it. Yeah. Oh, Seren, your evil twins that you went to the labyrinth with, I remember. They were hilarious. So basically, Seren was, when Bloody Drongo was going through the puzzle labyrinth made by the factional fight brothers, she was going through the labyrinth as well with her evil twins. She has these two characters who look identical, and they were popping up and scaring the bejesus out of Drongo, and it was absolutely hilarious. I watched the VOD of that later on. Absolutely hilarious. I can just imagine the mischief you would get up with your creepy twins, Seren, twin characters. Okay, is that working now? Yes. That's 19. Oh, and let's just, yeah, let's do it this way. Space, 19, space. Looks like we're gonna need more spaces. So it'll squish it down a bit. And Scard says, Bun finally decided to start letting some of her horses go. It's been a difficult decision for her to make. And Bun, you got to 70 faith now, so you have been casting Genesis on your herd all day. Oh, nice. Yeah, I should have, Bun, I'm telling you, I should have made a faux priest right from the get-go. I really should have. I would have gotten forward so much faster. The only reason I didn't was because I made a priest like that back on the old server for that very purpose, just for Genesis. And in the end, I found that I didn't really need her. It was only in the beginning when I was getting the herd going. But later on, I never needed it. I put in the wrong spot. And so that's why I never made the priest over here, was because once you get to a place with your breeding where the traits that you want are coming in pretty much guaranteed, because you've been breeding, like I breed 5 speed plus Spark in its Eyes horses on Xanadu, and that's the only ones that I sell over there. I don't sell any other kind. And so when you've had many generations of 5 speed plus Spark in its Eyes, then when you're breeding them, they start to only be that anymore. So then you don't need the Genesis casts anymore, you know? And so I was thinking from that experience that I really don't want to make a priest that would just be like a temporary thing, because I know that I'm eventually going to get to that point here as well. But yeah, that must feel so juicy to now be able to cast Genesis. You must be loving it, Bun Bun. And Creepy, you're finally building your horse market, even though there are so many already on Cadence. Breeding is just too much fun. Yeah, why not? I mean, just because others are doing something in Wurm doesn't mean you shouldn't. I mean, everyone should be able to enjoy whatever they want to do, right? And you can always offer something unique, you know, that'll have like a unique twist on your own market. Okay, that one is 30. 30. Yeah, it really bothers me that we have different like wood types here. I'm gonna try and dye these at some point. If not today, off stream then. Yeah, exactly, Bun Bun. Exactly what Bun Bun was saying, that every breeder has something different to offer. Exactly. Oh, nice, Dujan. So your faith is now 69.83. So have you been playing again on the new servers, Dujensen? I thought you'd sort of given up on the new servers. Because I know Dujensen is working on a faux priest. And Dujensen lives just over in that area. So 28. Are you gonna be Bun Bun? Are you gonna be taking part in the horse race tomorrow on Cadence? Are you gonna be taking part in the race yourself, or going to watch it or something like that, or maybe even streaming it? And there's an idea, Griff, for you and Farron if you're gonna be having a, if you're gonna be having the, I'm guessing you're gonna be having the factional fight stream tomorrow. There's a horse race tomorrow on Cadence. I was kind of thinking of going to see it. See, look at this Grand Prix de Brave Stoneville. Just gonna give that address here. Now, what's the... Do you have to sort of sign up here? Oh, what does the racetrack look like? There wasn't screenshots the last time I looked at this. Look at that. You can see the racetrack there, and there's the audience, where the audience can sit up there and watch. Very cool. And Ayla wants her tune to be a foe, but you need to have imping and such, so not sure what to do. Your second is Venora, right? Right, Bun Bun, so you're planning maybe in the summer after you graduate. You might do a vet on wheels thing and go around offering people free Genesis casts to help out animals of Wurm. Aw. That sounds really sweet, Bun Bun. I'm sure that would make a lot of players very, very happy. I'm sorry I'm a bit late with the chat, guys. I am reading through this just gradually. Vergent, yeah, I have a faux altar actually. I have a faux altar right over there. So I'm putting all my sickly horses in there. There was already one cast of Holy Crop just recently here on Melody. And I did get a lot of my horses cured. But it only helped to some extent because of course it only does one cast. So if you have a horse that has several bad traits, then you're still left stuck with the rest of them, right? That's 26. No, that's not making sense now. That's 27. I'm gonna really have to check these numbers once I'm done. 28, 29, okay. We'll double check everything in the end. But yeah, those signs are really helping, I think. Making it a lot more clear. Hello, Kitty Kaboosh. Welcome on into the stream. Good to see you. And Nasiwa still has some of the original horses he bought 5 years ago. Man, how time flies, eh, Nasiwa? How time flies. Oh, I see, Dujan. So you were on earlier doing your 5 prayers almost daily, right? Let me see what else you guys are saying. And you didn't even know about the horse race, but you would love to watch it, Bun Bun. Right, yeah. I might just mosey on over there tomorrow. $24. Here's a question, guys, like a newbie question. Does planting or securing have any effect on decay rates, at least on a deed? Or is it all the same if it's just been dropped or whether it's been planted? Yeah, Kitty Kaboosh, the race is on Cadence tomorrow. And and Bon Bun says that's by MoMA, and that's a really nice person. Hello, Tyrannus. How are you doing today? Welcome on into the stream, and good to see you. So hold on, Bun Bun. Am I so late with the chat? Hold on. Oh, no. Never mind. I was just reading this thing that you were saying, that was me. And at first I was like, that wasn't you, the Robinson Crusoe character. But then I realized it was actually Kitty Kaboosh asking, Bun Bun, you didn't by chance fart in Kebab's face earlier, did you? And Bun Bun, oh, Bun Bun, did you actually do that? Oh, the shame, the shame. I need to have a blushing emoji. I have one that has a kind of blush, but it's an angry emoji, but there needs to be a blushing one as well. And Creepy Fingergun says, there is a holy crop planned for Cadence in 2 hours and 51 minutes. Really? 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 That means, guys, ooh, that means I could take my horsies over there in animal creature cages. I could build myself a little, oh, but I know, the altar of foe. But if I could find an altar of foe, and I could just go next to it, right, with my horses, I only have, well, I have 5 foals here. But I don't have 5 creature cages, that's the problem. Is there one that's like especially important to me? Let's see. See what the traits are on these babies here. So this one is, he has fight fiercely, so he's kind of like a useless one in a way. And I have lots of good brown ones already, so that's not worth it. Yeah, I have 4 and 5 speed brown ones already, so that's nothing. But this one, strong body, carry more than average, strong leg muscles, 2 bad ones, and spark in its eyes. I have such a bad selection of these black silvers. She would be worth saving. And hold on, where this one over here is also a brown one, yeah. I wonder, guys. We could take over 2 horses. This one. Let me just check my Granger here. Skewbald Pintos. What's the situation with my Skewbalds now? So I have 1 5 speed female. Now the only problem is that this Skewbald is a male, and I would prefer my males to just be clean speed trait animals. But he's got fight fiercely, but 3 speed. So what's the situation? I have a female. Do I have a 4 speed male actually coming along. It's a young's yeah. 2 speed. You see, like, the selection is not very good right now for my Skewbalds. That's the point, that maybe this 3 speed is kind of useful still, even though he's got fight fiercely. If I could get rid of the illness, he would still have spark in its eyes, which is one of the traits that I want to have in the end. Well, in the very least, of course, they could be sold. in the market, right? So let's just have a look at this thing on Niaria, was it? There. Oh, but that shows the cast's already done. So where is the information, guys, about when this is going to be? Is there a forum post about it or something like that? So creepy finger guns, you were saying, oh dang, there's a holy crop planned for cadence in 2 hours and 51 minutes. Where are you looking at that, creepy? Is it on a forum post? And Nasiwa, about the decay of planted versus dropped? You know that planted furniture is sometimes all you find on a fallen deed. That's a good point, Nasiwa, yeah. It's all the planted stuff that's usually left behind, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, you got the forum poster. Okay, so I'm a little bit late with the chat. Sorry about that. Holy crop is ready to cast. Oh, here. Here we go. And Holy Crop is the one with Genesis, isn't it? Let's just double check. I think it is. Wurmpedia. Holy Crop. And Genesis, yes. Okay. So, guys, you know what we should do? I should take my horses to go get them, like, we should go and find a faux altar. I'm sure I could find one eventually, right? And Ayla, you have one at your place? So what coordinates is your... Hold on, I think I might... I wonder if I have you marked here on my cadence map. Let's just see. Whereabouts are you, Ayla? Hello, Makufer. Welcome on into the stream. So Makufer says, and to partially answer your question earlier on, planted or secured forges do not take damage on deed as an example, so planted securing does have advantages in some cases. Oh, really? Huh. So 1516S, okay. S1516. So that's not too far away. Okay, Ayla, I'll come by your place then. Yeah, so Sipaku, spark in its eyes makes them live twice as long. Twice as long. And Raybarg says, get converted to foe in a starter town, then you can make altar of foe. So Raybarg, how does that work? So if she is like Venora on this server, are you saying that I can get converted to another religion or another like deity on another server? Is it like server specific? Seren, look at PM. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I had my PM like notifications turned off. Oh, thank you so much for that offer, Seren. Well, it looks like we have an altar we can go to, so we can go to Ayla's place, so that's okay. With the transport places, so you have like 2 creature cages, do you? I wonder how many creature cages a Gnar fits. Let's just check. Because I could just pick them up from you. I wonder if it's mentioned on the ship's table, the chart here. Nar. So it doesn't say anything. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Here. Creature cages 4. So actually, a Nar will fit 4 creature cages. So that would be awesome, Seren, if I could borrow your creature cages. And you're saying that you don't have any like animals that are worth like healing right now. Well, you know, guys, I think we're gonna... Let's just get these signs placed quickly, and then we'll head off to Cadence then. Interesting. Yeah, exactly, Sipaku. If you're caring for an animal, then the double, like, life has no significance, of course. But of course, there's only a certain amount of those care slots you have anyhow, right? So... let's just finish this off. Let's do this thing first. 40. It's character based, right? Yeah, Raybarg. All my characters here on the new servers, they're already Venora, and yeah. But we already solved that problem anyhow, so. But good to know. 39. $38. $37. And of course, we could do one last, just like double check the horses over on the other side of the island and see if any new ones were born. That might be more like a higher importance. Rename 36. Only a few more left, finally. Let's just actually place all these, the rest of them. I should have done it this way from the get-go, to be honest. Probably would have saved some time. There. And then 31. Two. Yeah, it's much faster doing it this way, isn't it? 33. 34. Okay, good. And just before we leave this, I want to just double check all the numbers to make sure that they're actually what they should be and that I didn't mess anything up. Okay, 1. That row seems to be in order. Yeah, definitely gonna have to paint these so we don't have a whole bunch of different colors. Okay. Oh, hold on. This one is missing a sign, actually. And the other one beside that didn't have any text at all. Okay, 21. Probably one of those moments I got distracted by something we were talking about. There we go. 22. Good that I checked. Okay, and the last row. Yeah, that's all in order. Good. So, now, let's see. So Serena's going to bring over... I mean, Serena could come and get them as well. I don't want it to be a hassle for you. I could just come and get them also. But let's quickly just hop onto the cart and go and check the status of the horses over in the pens over here and just see if there are any like new babies that were born that would be more important to save. Let's just see here. I'm not even going to bother checking the brown or... Well, actually... there seems to be a new brown one over here. Ooh, guys. Ooh, guys. Oh my gosh, guys. Look at that. It has fleeter movement, 1, strong movement, 2, lightning movement, 3, carry more than average, 4, it has very strong leg muscles, 5, and it has certain spark in its eyes. Do you guys understand what that means? This is the first horse with the exact set of traits that I want. And how fitting that its name is Warrior Roman. Oh my gosh, guys. We got the first horse with the exact set of traits I want. Oh my goodness. I have been waiting for this day so long. This is now my prized possession. I wish it was just a better color because these... I'm telling you guys, these brown ones, they breed like rabbits. They are really, really... Their genes are strong, shall we say. Let's just check and see if there's anything else over here. No babies around here. And yes, Sipaku, hold on, what was it again? CK, that was Crusader Kings. Yes, that's right. I do, and it's actually there are recent additions to this playlist. That's really great, like soundtracks for the Crusader King games. Really, really good music. Really suits this playlist so well as well. So nothing over there. Fitting because you've done many inbreedings in CK2 on that soundtrack. And Raybarg, in early Steam days, you did convert yourself to different gods and made a group of altars for all three gods. Yeah, but you're hardcore though, Raybarg. You're hardcore. So, oh, there's a new one. Let's see what the traits are in this one. Tough bugger, strong body, lightning movement, carry more than average, has very strong leg muscles. Okay. That's a pretty good one. Unfortunately, it has tough bugger, but I have such a small selection of. Oh, Serven, is that you? I think that's Serven. Yes. So thank you so much, Serven. Thank you so much for coming all the way over here. Serven lives over there, or was it here? I think it's around somewhere. No, I'm not sure. Is it that spot or that spot, Seren? I can't remember. But she came over to bring the creature cages. So we'll definitely take those baby horses over there for some healing. Let's just check and see if there's any others that might be useful. But yeah, I meant to say that you can see that the herds are not that big. I'm having a real trouble getting the herds going for actually all the colors you can see here. The more common colors, no problem at all. But man, these chestnuts and the traits I have on these chestnuts, for instance, 1 speed. This one doesn't have any speeds. I'm having really big problems getting these colors going, like to have like higher speeds. It's been no problem at all with the gold and the brown though. Those like breed like rabbits, those guys. And hello there, Talos DK. Welcome on into the stream. Good to see you back. Okay, let's see if there's anything over here. Not seeing any piebald pintos. What about skewbald? Ooh, we got a new Appaloosa now. Fingers crossed. Lightning movement, carry more than average, strong leg muscles, malformed hind legs, strong-willed. It looks unusually strong and healthy. Okay, well, it has 2 bad traits. So that's kind of a problem because the Genesis cast is only going to, or the Holy Crop is only going to heal one of the traits. So decisions. It's pretty nice, like Appaloosa otherwise, though, isn't it? 3 speed. Well, actually, it has unusually strong and healthy, which kind of messes up the whole breeding program, and it's a male as well, so I wouldn't really want to use it for breeding purposes. You know, we're not going to take that one. No. Yeah. Well, let's finally check the hell horses. I'm trying to catch up with you guys here in the chat as well. Hello, Gaffer. Welcome on into the stream. I didn't notice you'd slipped in there. Donut is like, can I have this? Joe, is it mine? Oh, thank you for the congratulations, everyone. Aw. No, we're not turning him into glue, Sipaku. No, absolutely not. That's my best horsey now. So do we have any new foals here in the Hell Horses department? By the way, I still have yet to get like a molten color. So the molten color is equivalent to the ebony black, so it has that 2.5% extra speed. But I have yet to get a molten one. I do have my first 5-speed Hell Horse though. I do have a 5-speed over there somewhere. Let's see, catching up with you guys. Sipaku, please give Seren a 5-star rating on the app. Yeah, exactly. More than that. And Creepy, you've been getting so many brown horses, no matter what color you breed. 2 chestnuts brown, yeah. Creepy, so I did some tests on how, and just based on my experiences in general from breeding horses for years, the brown ones are definitely, the probability to get a brown one is the highest. It seems that way. From my experience. So actually I have them pretty much in the rarity order that I have noticed. So brown is first. That's like definitely the most common. That's why I have it as the cheapest like base price for this one. And then you have the gold, the black, the white. White is definitely harder than for instance brown. So even though they're the old common colors, still the white and the black one are harder to get than the brown. And then you have these, the ones that we had a few years ago. And then you have the 5 skins that came a little bit more recently than that. And then, of course, the ebony black, which is the rarest color of all. Now, let me see now. Let me see. What are we going to do? Let me just get my boat set up here quickly. So, Seren, a question about the permissions. Did you, let me see, that's Seren's, and I have permissions to that one, so it's probably okay if crossing the border, isn't it? So let me just get these, let's get the horses loaded. So, Seren, they're not, I'm guessing you gave me personal permissions, right? I guess I can see it myself, and it's not alliance permissions, but personal permissions. Let me just pull this over here. Permissions. And Safarina has her own. Good. And this is the same, so we don't end up in that same situation. Good. Okay, thank you so much, Serena. You're very, very kind. So we have 4 creature cages now. So let's just try and decide which ones to take. So definitely going to grab that black silver. I think it had just 1 bad trait, didn't it? I think it did. Oh, it has 2 bad traits. Damn. Damn it. 2 bad traits. So in that case, oh, damn. This one has 2 bad traits as well. Ayla wants an Appaloosa. This one has 1 bad trait, so while I will not use that one for breeding, I can at least sell it. And this one had 1 bad trait. We're definitely going to grab that one then. This one has 2 bad traits. What about this one over? Was this also 2 bad traits? Yeah. Damn it. Well, I guess just even getting 1 bad trait off is better than nothing, right? We might as well. We might as well grab these. Because then if the cast happens here on Melody, then at least we will have 1 of the bad traits off, right? Yeah, let's grab those 4. Sepako says, does it matter which animal you choose to lead when breeding, as in their traits will be more likely to stick, or does it not have any impact? Oh, sort of like what item you have like activated when you're like combining items. I know it has some kind of effect there, doesn't it? I don't think so, Sepako. I don't think that has any effect. At least I haven't heard that it would. Let's see, load creature. Too many creatures, so you can only do it one at a time. So you have to, I'm gonna have to unlead a couple of these guys. There's one. So, Seren, a question now. Since I only have 2 foals here that are worth, like truly worth getting healed, what about your animals? Do you have any that you said that you don't have any that are very useful right now? But do you have anything that you would like to? Because I have 2 foals that I would really like to get healed, but then I have 2 that are not so useful to get healed. Because I could grab one of your horses and take it with me, or 2 of your horses and take them with me. Let me just check, see what you guys are saying here. Because I could go and take them over on your behalf if you have a couple that you would like to get healed. Hello there, Plinthuser. Welcome to the stream. Oh, Tyrannus, you got premium time until May 2031. Oh my god. You don't have any. Okay. You sure? Okay. Oh my god, Scarred. Your premium runs out on your 42nd birthday. So Tyrannus, have you now got like all the affinities, all the affinities now in the game? Yeah, now they really can't shut down the servers. Oh, you got all healed last time. Okay. Okay, Seren. You're doing it as we speak, right? So how does it work, Tyrannus? You get to choose the affinities, or how does that work? Is there some kind of drop down or something like that? Okay, I think this one was empty, isn't it? No? I think I better just load some of these because I'm never going to be able to keep track otherwise. Load cargo. Load cargo. Load cargo. And I think the last one maybe actually be in the ship itself. Yeah, it is. Okay. Unload. Load creature. Like so. Load cargo. And I guess if we're going to go to another server, let's check what the situation is now with the timer. Holy crap. And if we just refresh, 2 hours, 16 minutes. Okay. So, because we're probably going to have to do some waiting around anyhow. So, I think I might as well get my, like, fighting gear with me. Just to stay safe anyhow, right? So let's just get this handy dandy studded armor that Farron has imped up for me. Put that on. Good. And then we can leave behind everything that we don't need. Just put the stone chisels in there. Mallet, saw, pickaxes. Actually, you know what? I have learned from experience. Always have a pickaxe with you. We learned our lesson that one stream. Do you guys remember? when I had to make a crude pickaxe because we wanted to see the ore types. Because I was thinking of placing a deed on Cadence. Okay, let's see. Troll we'll take with us. Carving knife, always good to have a carving knife. Branding iron we don't need. Rake, nope. We should probably eat up. I'm gonna have to scroll back the chat. I'm pretty sure I missed something there. And now that we have a lunchbox, I can actually take some food with me. So how is that? I should have a very nice pizza here somewhere. And you know, guys, now I actually have like I actually have a press. Where did I put my press though? I could make myself some wax paper. Wonder if I put the press over here. So wax paper, of course, most of you probably already know this, but for those who don't, you can make wax paper in the game to keep your food fresh while you're traveling. It's not there. Where the heck did I put it? It's not there either. It's not in my inventory, is it? No. I wish there was a search option for containers like we have in an inventory. Man, it saves so much time. And I didn't leave it here, did I? I think it's a... I can't remember if it's a metal or a wooden item. Good grief, I have no idea. I literally do not know where I've left it. Press, there it is. It was in my inventory all this time. Silly cats. So what we need for that is we need some wood pulp. So we're gonna wrap up our food in some wax paper. So let's make some wood pulp. We need some water. There's some water. Huh, really? Oh, it's a large barrel, no wonder. Okay, let's see, do we have... Set this measuring jug to 10 kilograms and we'll grab some water from here then. Fill there. And now, water and... Good grief. There we go. Water and wood scraps make wood pulp. And I guess most of you do know already, but the 3D item from wood pulp is actually really cute. It would work so nice to look like a barrel of grain for a horse. So if I just place that on the ground, I'll just show you guys. It looks exactly like a barrel of grain for a horse. Imagine putting that in your stall. That'd be pretty cool, huh? But unfortunately, we can't really use it for that purpose. Seren, you were saying something interesting here. You were wondering if we could take hitching posts with us in a gnar next to our carts to have a mobile hitch options. Interesting idea. Okay, let me just scroll back the chat here and let me see what I was missing. I missed all kinds of stuff here. Let's see. And Sipaku, yes, hell horses do eat enchanted grass as well, yes. Right, Tyrannus. So it's a random affinity that you get each time, right? But of course, now that you bought so much premium time, you're going to get them all filled up then. That must be so thrilling to do. Ah, Sipaku says, I think you get a token in inventory you have to use to get a window to choose the affinity. Oh, I see. And Tyrannus says, no, it's a random one. So, hitching posts can be loaded into wagons at least. Probably not carts, but they can be loaded into wagons. I think you can only fit one into a wagon. So now we have some wood pulp, and then we have our press, and now we can make some paper. Oh, right, Sipaku, you got your affinity from like the completing a journal tier. I see. Right, right. So it's like a different mechanic in that way. Okay, now we should have some paper. I'm not seeing any paper in my inventory though. So what is up with that? Did I fail each time? Huh, interesting. Did I literally fail each and every one of those attempts? Let's see. Paper? No. Nope. I think I failed every single one of those attempts, guys. So we're just gonna have to make some more. Okay, let's try this again. Last time when I did this, it went through beautifully well. I don't know what's up this time. Oh, I have some wood pulp over here. Let me just combine those actually and let's try this again. All I want is one. Just one to wrap my pizza in. Yeah, it looks like I was failing each of those times. Now, finally. Okay, so we got a blank paper sheet. Gonna throw those in there. And now we just need a little bit of that beeswax, which I should have a little bit of here somewhere. Where is the beeswax? Here. One of those. Then create the wax paper. And I should have like a very juicy pizza here somewhere. And wasn't it so you can just cut a piece off with a knife? Let's try doing that. So we'll... I wonder if I should... I wonder if I should put the wax paper first, then cut the piece. Will it then apply... Will it then keep like a wax paper on both pieces? Or should I just cut... So here's a question, guys. So I have a good pizza here that I could take with me, but obviously I don't want to take the full thing, right? Because it weighs so much. Where is it? I should have a Nom Nom pizza here somewhere. Here, Nom Nom pizza. It weighs 13 kilograms, so if I apply the wax to it now, the wax paper, and then I use the knife to cut a piece, will that piece also have wax paper on it? Wrap the pizza and cut after. Just don't try to warm the pizza, that is when you lose the wrapping on. Okay. And Vooch is also saying put the wax paper first. Okay. So let's try doing that. Wrap and cut, says Bun Bun. Okay. So now this is wrapped. We'll put that back here. I think it was over here, wasn't it? Here. And then we grab our knife. And I wonder if it has to be in your inventory to cut. Take portion. There. And here we have our 2 kilogram sized portion, which fits beautifully into the lunchbox. Good. That's all taken care of. Let me just eat some of this crap food before we go as well. It's all coming together, guys. And we probably want to leave the knife at home, as well as the beeswax as well. And we definitely want to remember to take our cotton with us. Now, the only problem is that with 4 foals, moving around might be a little bit dicey. Now, of course, Ayla does live... Ayla does live... I think she said she lived somewhere around here. No, on Cadence. Somewhere around here, right? Let me just see if I have her coordinates here still. Somewhere, if I scroll back up... 1516S. Right about there. Okay, good. So considering that, I don't really have to worry too much about having to escape, but I would like to, I mean, if we're going to go all the way over there, it would be kind of nice to do some hunting as well, wouldn't it? I didn't leave a blood bay there, did I? Just double check. Kind of looks like a blood bay, but that is probably one of the brown ones, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay. You sent a screenshot in Discord. Okay, let me check. Let me check quickly over in the other monitor. So Lavender Spring. Okay, thank you so much, Ayla. I will mark that a little bit better now. So it's actually right about here. just mark that down like so. Good. I think I got it right this time. Excellent. Excellent. So, yeah, let's take... Yeah, so I was thinking about the horse thing. So, I mean, one option could be that I just leave one of the foals behind and then we grab a horse to go adventuring with, right? That could be... You know what we'll do? We'll do that, I think. I think I'll do that. Let me just check what we have here. You can do examine, can't you? You can, while they're in there. So that was the skewbald. We want to take that with us, yes? This one was a black silver. We want to take that with us. Brown. That was a male. That one would be good because we could sell that one. That one had two bad ones, and I can't really do very much with her with just one bad one anyhow. So maybe we'll just get rid of this one for now. And we'll just take a riding horse with us instead. Let's put her back over here. And then we also need some cotton. As far as riding, I guess I could just grab this gold. It's just a 2-speed, but that's fine. And then we also need some cotton as well. Do I have cotton here? Not enough. Let's grab some from here. Cotton. 20 cotton probably should suffice. 20. Oh, hold on. And we should probably leave that press home as well. It's just going to weigh me down. When I have lumps with me, what am I doing with these? Let's put that away. And the press is indeed a wooden item. Okay. Is there anything else we need? We have our food. We have... Oh, what's with this ginger beer? How come I have ginger beer with me? I guess that was for the worm roulette. Let me see if we can put this ginger beer away. Yeah, let's put that away. And fill the thermos with water instead. Good. Let's get the saddle off. And load the horsey into the Nora. Oh, it's got the horseshoes. Good. And then a little bit of grass for taming. Okay, I think I have everything now. Oh my gosh, so many preparations. Yeah. Let's load the cargo and get a move on. Raise anchor. Plot course to Cadence. Perfect. Okay. So, let's see what you guys are saying here. Sipaku says, Cats, I just realized if you go to the right spot, then you will lose a bad trait from the right cast, and then you can ask the faux priest there to genesis the second bad traits. Oh, like if I go to where they're gonna do the cast. So that's a good point. That's a good point. So let's just see. Now what is with this bug? That is annoying. My goodness. Let's just see where this is actually. I didn't even think of that. There doesn't seem to be anything about the location. They're not mentioning. Am I just missing it, guys? Not seeing anything about where this is being done. Hello there, Zio. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you back. How are you doing today? And Sipoko says, no, take her with you. We can fix her, please. So K8 Cadence. Well, Sipaku, you know what? I think since we're going to go all the way over to Cadence, I have some other plans for Cadence anyhow. So there's something I want to go and do there. So I'm going to need my riding horse. So it's not so urgent. So K8 says Dursix. Okay, thank you, Dursix. Let's see where that is on the map. K8. Aha, so it's like on the west coast then. So it's right over there. No, what are you doing, cats? Over here. K8, so on the west coast of Cadence. So that would be even handier actually to go over there. Because I could just do the little zigzag and then go over to the western side. So Ayla, I think I'm going to go over there. See if I can get someone to do a Genesis cast on my foals. And you're doing good, Zio. Nice to be back. Oh, good to hear. K8, Kate. Yeah, so let's just plot our course then to Harmony instead. And we'll do the little zigzag. And go over to the western side. Because we're right here over on Melody. We're over here, so all we have to do is just go and then go back over to the western side over to Cadence. So yeah, first Harmony. Yeah, it can. And not to mention the possibility to get like some Genesis casts to get them all healed up. That would be awesome. Especially that black silver. Like I'd really like to get that black silver healed. Because my black silver herd is not doing so well, that's for sure. So Sipaku, are you also casting at this thing? Because you said we? Are you going to be taking part in that as well? Yeah, Sipaku, the thing is that like I hate to be a bother for anyone. I really do. DS, I'm not sure if DS is still here, but they came over and they healed all my like sickly horses, and they were here for at my place for hours, and I felt so bad, and I was literally trying to shove like nice things down their throat, you know, gems and affinity foods, and I gave them a horse as well. And DS just refused to take any payment from me, and it was just so painful because I felt so guilty, you know, bothering somebody like that. Okay, now we go zigzagging over to Cadence. So like this. And voila. We are going to be on the west side of Cadence in a bit. Oh, I see, Sipaku. All your characters are on the southern cluster. By the way, guys, here's like a crazy question for you, and doesn't have any relevance really. But does anyone else feel kind of like when they introduced the whole northern and southern cluster thing? Somehow it felt to me that north belongs to the old servers and south belongs to something that's new. Like there's some psychological thing that just felt like north is the old lands somehow. I don't know why I felt that way. And it felt like it was mismatched, that was the other way around. It felt like it would have been a more natural fit if the new servers were the southern ones and the old ones would have been the northern ones. Did anyone else feel that, or am I just nuts? So let's see, where are we now? So we're pretty much, I guess, in the middle. So if we came over... we came over from Melody on the J coordinate. That would mean that we're here. So we're pretty much in the right spot. So you guys were saying so K8 cadence, okay, K8. So K8. So just there on where the water sort of goes in. Let me see if I can figure that out now. I think that would be down there, wouldn't it? I think it might be this spot over here. It could be, Nasiwa, could be. Viking heritage coming out. And that could be Sipaku, yeah. Finland and north is home to me naturally, maybe. Oh, I don't have the full speed. Cats. What are you doing? You southerners, with your alligators. Nasiwa, have you played Red Dead Redemption 2, by the way? It has this southern swampy area with the alligators, which is really well done. It would just be interesting to hear what an actual southerner would think of that. You watched me play, yeah. I'm wondering, Nasiwa, was it so that I was asking? I kind of like roughly remember this, that I might have asked during one of my Red Dead Redemption streams, what's the difference between alligators and crocodiles, and it could have been you that actually answered that question. Does that sound familiar to you? I wonder if I'm going to the right spot now. Scarred. Alligators will see you later. Crocodiles will see you in a while. Sipaku says, gators drink moonshine, crocodiles are abstinent. That's the difference. So Nasiwa says they're closely related. Gators have a rounded snout. I want to compare. I'm just going to compare something totally random here. I wonder if this is the spot where it's going to be done, by the way. There's this big city over here. And I do believe this is the one... Wasn't this the one that we visited that one time? It was. I forget. It was somebody actually on stream who lived here. And we happened to be visiting their deed. And this was the really nicely done deed. I remember now. Yeah. Moikka. Mä striimoin. Yeah, this is this place. I remember this place. And this was a rather new player as well. I think this is the same place, isn't it? KatsPurr, yes. Yes, this is. So, what was it again? Let me just check again. K8. K8. Now this would be... This would be K8. Is this where the holy crop is going to be cast in a couple hours? Creepy was asking what's that black thing, so did you mean the weird reflection? Sometimes you get that weird reflection. I think you're talking about this thing, right? Yeah, I'm not sure what causes that actually. I've only seen this after the new volumetric lighting. Yeah, they're very freaky, aren't they? So this should be the place, basically. So yeah, guys, this is the place that we saw on the stream. I think it was one of the Wurm Roulette streams. And this player had only just started, and they had actually been living on a different server when they first started. And they had, so in the course of their, oh, I need to unload the horses actually. We're gonna have to unload the creature cages. We have to go a little bit farther away first. So I think, let's see. So southern side of the deed you can unload, okay. So let's just go over here. And what's the time now on this thing? Let's see. One hour, 38 minutes, okay. So, 1 second, guys. So, since it's still an hour and a half away, I think what we'll do, guys, is I will wrap up the stream at this point, and I will just go park myself over there and sort of be AFK, watch a movie or something while I'm waiting for it to happen. And yeah, I think we'll wrap up. My son is going to be going to bed soon anyhow, so even without this I would have had to sort of wrap up pretty soon anyhow. Okay, that's still in the village. Okay, let's just raise the anchor. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. We had many interesting discussions about all kinds of weird stuff, as usual. And I will be back with you on Tuesday for the next Wurm Roulette stream, of course. Oh, Bun Bun. Yeah, for sure, Tsipako, I completely agree that this new volumetric lighting is just absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Oh, we're still within the village. Okay, hold on. We have to go over here. Yeah, we've talked about all kinds of weird stuff today, haven't we, Scarred? We sure have. Hold on. Settlement token is over there. How big is this deed? This is a humongous deed, then. Am I gonna have to go all the way around the edge here? I might have to. Anyhow, I won't keep you guys any longer. I hope you all have a great rest of your Saturday. I will just check and see if there is anyone we would like to raid today. Let's see. Well, Elmister would be playing Red Dead Redemption. He is role-playing in Red Dead Redemption, so let's go and raid him, actually. He is so hilarious to watch. So let's go raid him. And I will wish you all fantastic rest of your evening. And, oh, hold on. Here we go. Raid. There. That should work. And be warned, Elmister uses quite strong language, lots of swear words, so if you're not into that kind of thing, just so you know. Okay, guys, have a good night and a great rest of your weekend. I'll talk to you all very, very soon, and see you on Tuesday for the Wurm Roulette.